Greetings and welcome to the People's Ascension. I am actually over here today, hello, in the center of the screen. I am not the Dungeon Master today, so you're looking in the wrong spot. Uh, you may notice
Yep.
that we have a different overlay, and that is because if you've been paying attention the last week or so on other aspects of my channels, we are today playing some more Blades in the Dark with Taylor here as our game master. Now, bear with
Eek.
me. The overlay is all kinds of out of whack because when we change games, when people drop in and out, it's hard to keep the overlay where everybody's supposed to be. So I will deal with that when all of these people start doing their own talking. But yes, today we are down 2 players, unfortunately. But we're gonna push ahead. And that's the primary reason why we're not doing D&D today, because we were going to be at least one person down, and it's fortunate that we did not proceed, because we are in fact now 2 people down, and that would have been a mess. I,
Yeah.
I could not have run
Dropping like flies.
I could not have run D&D with 2 people down this episode or that episode,
Yeah.
even if I wanted to. So that would have been a mess. So I'm glad we're doing this. I'm really looking forward to this game. If you haven't caught the first episode of this game, that is on our YouTube channel. It has its own special playlist. That, along with the Airsot's Ego Cyberpunk one shot we did, is also over on our YouTube channel. That even that last first episode, that first streamed episode, was still like what, episode 4 or 5, something like that, 5 or 6, because we were playing before we started streaming.
Yeah. Something
But
like that.
given the episodic nature of Blades in the Dark, you can really jump in at any time. I don't think you'll really be missing anything from just watching
This
episode
one
to
might have the
episode.
most connection to the previous episode.
Yeah, which basically we'll cover in the recap, because it's really only the
Mhm.
last like 5 minutes that has any major tie-in to this current episode, as far as I understand. I don't know. It's your game. I'm just a player. Uh,
And isn't that a comfortable thing?
yeah, it really is. Yes, so next week, as far as I'm aware, I don't think we have any known complications coming up. Next week, we will be back to our regularly scheduled Dungeons and Dragons actual play series. The party is flailing around, half drowned and beaten by ghost-filled water, and seeing that they managed to get themselves out of that, we'll be heading towards the tomb of the ancient Queen Di Maliba, now known to be some sort of evil enchantress, sorceress, witch lady. So if you're enjoying our Dungeons and Dragons series, do stop by next week, and we will be back to that. As for anything else, this week should be this week should go, as scheduled. And I did actually finally update the schedule on Twitch here, so that should be accurate, at least for this next week. The week after that's going to get a little wonky, but I'll talk about that next week. I think that's about all I have. Right below me, actually, today, we have our nice little martini tip cup here. So if you do like what we're doing, if you want to cheer Taylor on in her amazing game mastering skills, or like what any of us do as players, uh, do feel free and encouraged to throw some bits into our cup. They bounce around with our little logo symbols and other various things, and any of those funds on top of Twitch subscriptions and of course Patreon will all go back towards making this channel even bigger, even better, even more colorful, with even more content. And speaking of Patreon, we have a number of cool things on there, mostly after shows, but we do also have, if you're interested in the characters from either the Blades in the Dark game here or the Cyberpunk game that we may eventually get back to, those are also on Patreon. We do after shows, we do various GM insights, personal one-on-one D&D episodes with specific characters. Right now, that's only Taylor's character Aquila, but that was a crazy episode. So if you're interested in a little bit more background information on both characters and the development of the world as seen through that particular character, that's where all of those sort of extra content and behind the scenes sort of things are. I think that is really all the shilling. Feel free to scroll down, check out all of our friends at the bottom of the page, check out the Discord, check out the Twitter, check out the YouTube, check out the Patreon. It's all down there. With that, I think I will turn it over to let's introduce everybody before I turn it over to Taylor. And as we introduce everybody, I will try to get their faces in the right boxes. So you should all know me by now, and really, you should all know everybody else by now. But for joining members, hello, I am Jack. I am usually over in the Game Master spot, the Dungeon Master spot, but I am a player today, and that should be fun. And I was going to say relaxing, but probably not. But fun. Invigorating is a better word. Anyway, let's see. We're all out of order. Let's start with Arlene down there because you're actually in the right box,
Me?
right? Yes.
Yeah,
Hello,
start
Arlene.
with Nightshade.
Yes.
Although my face looks really big in this
it is
box,
really big.
Anyway,
I'm gonna tweet that.
Yeah.
But hello.
We'll get
how
you
are
sorted
you?
out.
What are you doing here? Who
Back
do you
up
play?
a little bit. Hi, my name is Arlene. My character is a Nightshade, the Lurk. I had to look at my character sheet for that because it's been so long. And I basically find out how to sneak in and out of buildings, and then I'm the getaway driver at the end, usually.
Yeah.
My skills.
Boat driver.
Boat driver and sneak inner and outer.
Let me first find Stephanie, and then she can say hello. There we go. She's not Marionette. She is Kai.
Nope.
There we go. Hello, Stephanie. You are in the right box. Welcome to some more Blades in the Dark. Who do you play?
I play. I'm Stephanie. I play Kai. She is kind of, I guess, kind of like a. Kind of like a, I guess, a sharpshooter. Just kind of like. She kind of scopes the area. She also has a dog. His name is Sultan, and like that's her partner. Her partner in crime, pretty much. And yeah, can't remember everything, unfortunately.
Which I realized at some point you can actually roll for your dog for things.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed that before.
Yes, Kai is a hound, the playlist hound, right?
Yeah, sharpshooter and tracker.
Mm-hmm. And Nightshade, Arlene, did you say what you were?
She said she was a lurk.
She's a lurk. That's right. Yeah.
Your infiltration
and burglar
specialist.
All right. I actually, I know I already went, but I didn't introduce my character. I play Marionette, a slide character, a subtle manipulator and spy, along with her vengeance demon, Vathnir, which gets fun. At this point, let me turn it over to Taylor to introduce herself and kick off this game. Hello, Taylor.
Hi.
Go.
Yep. I'm Taylor. I'm the game master, which means I'm literally everybody else in the game. Ooh, exciting. And yeah, Jack's already done most of the intro stuff, so let's get on with it. Guys, what happened last time?
Ghosts and explosions.
I know we went to a party.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did go to a party.
The invention thing that the lady made and wanted us to sabotage it and also steal the blueprint to and then also replace the blueprint with fake blueprints.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that it couldn't be replicated.
That's
because spite.
A machine that takes ghosts and turns them into batteries or something.
Yeah, basically turns them into the same sort of electroplasm that is used to power the city. Which was going to be an interesting way of both diminishing the ghost population in the city and, lessen the reliance on leviathans. But, pettiness got in the way of that.
Yeah.
Yep, spite.
I mean, it's academia. Pettiness gets in the way of a lot.
Yep. So the school was trying to rip her off, steal her invention. So she was like, I'm gonna sabotage this, give you guys fake blueprints, and that's pretty much what we did.
Well, you also broke the machine.
Yeah, we broke the machine.
Yeah.
Switched
and
out the
then turned it
blueprints.
on.
Accidentally.
I feel like there needs to be quotes around that accidentally.
I'm pretty sure it was accidentally.
That's not the important part. But yeah, the problem was that what you broke was the condenser, so it still attracted all the ghosts.
Oh, but
Right.
it didn't batteryize them.
Right. It didn't turn them into plasm.
Yeah, that's
or condensed
that's not
electroplasm. Good. Yeah.
There's just a bunch of ghosts all over the place.
Yeah, so, everybody had to leave the university in a hurry, which worked out for you guys.
Yeah, we were able to get away without getting noticed.
Yeah. I mean, except for the vase you broke in the dean's office.
Yeah.
That'll be all right.
Vandals.
Yeah. Well, I said it's like they won't pin that on you. It's just one of those. They are aware something happened there.
I think the dozens and dozens of angry ghosts is more of an indicator that something happened there.
Yeah.
Well, different things happen, but yes.
And on our way back to our hideout, we saw a random dude wearing normal clothes, but a broken spirit.
Something happened before you saw the guy.
Explosions.
There you go.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The explosions happened first.
Yeah, all of Crowsfoot exploded, basically.
No, only
yeah,
3
Lamp
spots.
Lab Warehouse,
only the
Red
3
Sash
major spots.
Academy, and the Crow's Nest.
Yep.
Yes, it's like I have those marked with little explosions on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you look over at the university quarter, you can see there's ghosts on the map.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hold on. Where is the university quarter? Oh, cool.
Yep. This is mostly just so you guys can see a point of reference, more visual reference for you guys of where things happen. But yeah, that's generally what happened, yes. And then you did see the guy who, anyone remember what was special about him?
He had a broken Spirit Warden mask on.
Yes.
But otherwise was just some street thug.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing the Spirit Warden uniform.
Yeah.
Which made it stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And we were all like, nope, we're going home. We're not dealing with this.
Yeah. He did run off towards,
it's like, I didn't, to be fair, I didn't expect you to chase after him.
Mm-hmm.
So you're fine. I didn't expect you to chase after him that time.
And then he ran off towards Char Hollow, which I can't remember.
Yeah, but he disappeared.
Oh, there's Char Hollow. Oh.
Right in front of your faces, he disappeared.
Oh yeah, that too.
Poof.
He turned invisible.
No poof, just invisible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we only saw, or Marionette saw him because she attuned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she attuned to the ghost field, which sort of could find the disturbance. But yeah, so.
And then we got 7 coin from Amancio.
Well, yes, from the professor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you got 7 coins, so it was good.
And proceeded to spend most of it.
Well, 2 of it you had to spend.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so, as I usually do, we're going to start with some news. And
shoot, it's a pencil. There it is. Sorry.
Don't worry, the news is going to be some pretty obvious stuff, I think.
Okay, I still like to write it down.
All right, so Charter Hall University has been evacuated and temporarily shut down following the device malfunction. Spirit Warden presence prevented deaths, but ghosts still roam the grounds. And then after that, we've got 3 large explosions, rocked crow's foot, unknown number dead, recovery efforts in full swing to find any killed and have them sent to the crematorium before their spirits can detach. Perpetrators still unknown. And here's the one that you guys couldn't guess. Imperial military contingent being sent into the city to restore peace and order. And the mechanical side effect is all jobs will have +2 heat.
Aw,
That's
lame.
just mean.
Maybe we'll just stay home until they leave.
Well, then we're not going to have a show.
We can have a show of us just hanging out in the in
That's
our
not the way this
little
game
hideaway.
works.
Yeah, we can play. We can set up a ping pong table or something. Just.
I mean, but believe me, you can fill a whole show with just downtime inter-party shenanigans. We do it almost every week on Star Trek.
Yeah, I know we could.
But yeah, no, jobs
we won't.
This game is about heisting.
Yes, and also Imperial military means Marionette needs to go scalping.
You can't fight the Imperial military. You know this. You can't fight the military. This is the only rank 6 faction.
Yep.
They will win.
It's gonna take them out one by one,
Yep.
No. The game makes it pretty explicit. You do not get the option to take them out. It's kind of like how you can't resist damage from blue coats because they'll just keep beating you until they damage you.
Mm-hmm.
It's no fun.
But yeah. So this is honestly going to follow on pretty quickly after the explosions. So you do still have a couple of potential jobs up in the air from previous sessions. Got the one about the painting that you guys skipped over.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, pre-cataclysm painting, and then there was the one about the Whisper who's making maps or Leviathan maps for a guy.
Who apparently I'm not allowed to just kill.
I mean,
who was against that?
You can.
It was either Steven's character or Christian's character. Neither of them are here.
It was Christian. It was Christian's character.
Uh-huh.
Christian's character, who is no longer part of the game, because this is a new character.
Yeah.
Because this is not Kedge.
Did Kedge die, or did he go
He was
crazy?
arrested, but his character was pretty broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first time playing Blades in the Dark.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I think he ended up with 3 trauma.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He went through a lot.
He did. It was rough.
One of these days, I'll get some nice, delicious trauma.
One of these days. But you also, I assume that you're also in the market for new jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess.
Well, Amancio has something.
Ooh.
Well, something that he would personally like. He wants to know who set the bombs.
You know what? I do too.
He wants to know what organization they belong to and their goals. The goals are honestly optional, but he definitely wants to know the organization.
What organization?
Because he is not happy about also being caught flat-footed about what was going on here.
Okay.
The job rewards 5 coin.
Interesting.
What is the state of Crow's Foot now that the three major heads here have been blowed up?
It's chaotic.
Do we know how much of each of the crime syndicates survived?
No, you don't even know if the leaders have survived at this point, which may be intentional on their parts.
Mm-hmm.
But it is chaos. You've already got people who are planning to move in to fill the voids that may or may not actually exist.
Well, I was about to say the same thing.
Be careful. If those voids aren't actually there, you're going to meet with resistance.
Mm-hmm. Because we, at this point, how do I get to the crew sheet? There we go. I have to remember how this works.
You are tier 1.
But I believe we're tier 1 strong, and I believe that means we can start acquiring, turf, right?
Claims, yeah.
Ooh, can we?
Yeah, you can work on claims.
Not Bagley.
What?
This area over here.
No, on your cruise on the crew sheet.
Mm-hmm.
There's claims that you can actually get, and they have a mechanical function.
Mm-hmm.
About those.
I mean, effectively, it does come down to taking pieces of of the neighborhood yourself. So, I mean, it could be Bagley, whatever we decide to take, but
it's true. I said it was more just a case of mechanically, you're not looking for a named area so much as
yeah. Well, I suppose before we can see if there is any room for us to expand, we'll have to see if there is room to expand. And I think we can accomplish a lot of the same information gathering if we do this job for Amancio.
I'd be okay with doing that.
All right. So how are you guys going to go about doing it?
Amancio doesn't have any leads for us.
Especially, I told you, he was caught flat-footed on this one too. But you guys did see that one guy fleeing the scene, basically, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, so this is an unconventional job for Blades in the Dark, it seems like, because usually you have a clear objective and you more or less know how to go about it, and you start straight off with the what is it, an initiation roll or engagement roll is what it's called. But I'm assuming we can't just roll engagement at this point. We have to figure out how we're going about this.
Yeah. I'm going to point out, you do have a character design for tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, would Kai like to track down this guy?
And you also saw that their ability left a sort of temporary, but they left a mark in the sort of ghost field. So you guys technically have a couple different ways to try and track them.
He did say he was heading towards Char Hollow, or in that direction.
Yep.
But
Char Hollow is a whole other district, so just going there and asking about, hey, did you see a guy in a mask? Because
that should work.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Very few criminals probably wear masks. The wraiths all wear masks. And all spirit wardens wear masks.
I should get a mask too.
Well, I think that we can... If it hasn't been too long, we can go back to where we saw that guy originally and see if we can follow various trails back to where he was going.
Yeah, like I said, this is basically following directly on, so
I
day or two at most.
doubt anyone around here would have too much information on what exactly happened here. We'd probably have to figure out where this incident was in its planning phases. Do I know of anybody who would be able to supply the amount of explosives needed for this? Maybe not
No.
personally, but by reputation.
I can tell you it wasn't, it wouldn't have been Ulf. No, this wouldn't, this is, last thing, this is not really Ulf's work. Because he's not out to start this kind of a war.
Didn't we get a whole bunch of bombs for somebody at some point?
You did get explosives from Ulf, but that was for the tracks.
We got it from Ulf. Okay.
Yes. But I don't think you've gotten, I don't think you have procured explosives.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you did get them from him, but like I said, that was, that was enough to damage the rail.
Mm-hmm.
But not so much. Oh, that was it was clearly enough to damage the rail, but not enough to break it so that it killed people.
Yeah.
So it was still a relatively small amount of explosives. This was a lot.
Yeah, this was a ton of explosives, so there's probably only a few people in Doskvol who would be able to source that much explosive.
Traditional explosives, because you can basically turn electroplasm into explosives. Because I mentioned in the last session how it's held under pressure in the containers.
Mm-hmm.
So there are means of making less traditional explosives or even pairing traditional and makeshift explosives together.
Does Kai or Nightshade have any attune ability?
Let me see. Attune. I have 1 dot in attune.
I too have 1 dot hits in attune.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I think I would be better suited for direct information gathering, going out and talking to people.
Yeah.
I do have 2 points in attune, but you guys would also be able to potentially find fluctuations in the ghost field as well.
Yeah. Well, and Kai can also do traditional tracking.
Yeah.
I can hunt.
Yeah. She has a doggo.
And
we worked with at least one of these groups before. We worked with the Lamplocks, right?
Yeah, you've done a couple jobs for them.
Yeah.
So you were in decent standing with them. The Red Sashes don't like you.
Yeah.
But
so I think here's my plan. We actually don't do much in character. We don't do nearly as much in character in this game as we do in D&D. But this is sort of a more meta kind of game.
Yeah.
But we can drop into character. Well, I think I would be more suited to actually go out and try to find information on who may have done this deed, or at least supplied the necessary components. This is quite a large job. I would be surprised if a single individual was able to carry it out on their own. We are in good standing with the Lamblacks, and Bazobaz, I could head over there and see if they have any information for us. I cannot say that I am particularly knowledgeable of explosives, but perhaps I can get some basic information to narrow down who may have supplied the ammunition. And well, Kai, once you track down, hopefully, where this all originated from, perhaps I could head there and ask more pointed questions.
Sure, I can do that.
Maybe I can go with you to the Lampblacks and do some surveying, see what kind of knowledge I can get about these explosives that were used.
That's probably going to be more of a study.
I also have study too.
I know, but I'm pointing out that's more getting hands in with the stuff.
Okay, well, I can study too.
I assumed it would be wreck.
Well, no, it's already wrecked. Besides, if she's trying to understand more about the explosive, that seems more study than wreck.
Okay, so understanding explosives would be an insight-based roll, whereas using explosives is a rec roll.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because using them before when Crow did was wreck.
Right.
Yeah, because this isn't about, they're already used.
Yeah, but I figure knowledge would be tangential to their actual application. But I could see, study also, of course, being useful. Well,
So you're wanting to send Kai on her own to search for people?
I was going to ask Kai, are you comfortable going on your own, or would you be more comfortable with Nightshade as backup? I know I will be more or less in friendly territory, but you will be out in an area that we know very little about.
I can go, Kai.
Yeah, Nightshade, if you want to help me out, I don't mind at all.
Sure, yeah, we can both go. With Sultan.
Yeah.
Have to figure out what kind of supplies we might need.
Well, you just have to figure out you have to decide on your load.
Mm-hmm.
You can decide on, you pick the, light, normal, or heavy load, and later on you can decide what makes up that load.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one of the more flexible bits of the game.
Well, I think that's our plan. I'm gonna head to the Lampblacks and see if I can source any information from them, while the other two try to do some tracking.
Okay.
We have to get inside a building to continue tracking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there.
I would caution not to go too far once you figure out what may be going on. We'd want to take time to actually plan any sort of infiltration, and probably all be around for it.
Okay, yeah.
That was something I was concerned about.
Me. That's fun.
So if you do manage to find a big warehouse full of bombs, or a headquarters that say bombs are us, come back and let me know before you go in and start poking around.
Seems like the smart idea.
All right.
Well, I would simply caution, beware of any actual spirit wardens, and I suppose if you can, keep an eye out for weird Ripley ghost effects.
I mean, there are probably going to be spirit wardens where Marionette's going.
Right.
Yeah. Right back at you, Marionette.
Actually, there are certainly going to be spirit wardens there.
Oh yeah.
But they're also dealing with the college, so.
Did we have a particular contact in the Lamplax that I would be able to put a word out to? Because I assume that I can't just go up to like Lamplac HQ because one, it's exploded, and two, it's a crime scene. So is there anyone I could reach out to be like, hey, where you guys at now?
God, that's something from a while back. So give me a minute.
Mm-hmm. When we only play this game once every couple months.
No, that's not him.
Let's see.
Next,
we are status 2 with the Lamplax.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone particularly under our citizenry.
No, but you would have a guy. So let me think of a name for one.
Jeff.
No.
Do a normal load.
He goes by the name Talon.
Okay.
Remember, none of you guys go by your real names, so can't expect all of them to go by theirs.
Is Talon's real name Jeff?
No.
Who knows?
Jeff was a member of your crew who got beat up last time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That Jeff. I remember that Jeff.
Yeah.
Or Jeff.
You have Jeff.
The one and only Jeff in all of Cruisefoot.
Well, the only
he's
Jeff
ours,
who goes.
And he's our scapegoat.
Good old
Jeff.
It's like he's the only one who goes by Jeff.
His real name is Steve.
That's his criminal name. He goes by Jeff.
All right, smart guy.
Okay, well that's my plan.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go hunting.
How do we want to do this? Who's going first? I think that's more of a question for Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to need for like kind of Kai and Nightshade, I would need you to start the engagement roll. Because Marionette's is going to be the easier one. Because you're going, again, into relatively friendly territory.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I've gotten a chance to roll engagement. How do I do that again?
There is a button for engagement.
Let me ask actually, because Rules for Blades in the Dark is very different to scene-based pacing you may be familiar with in other games, such as Dungeons and Dragons. Would this be more what I'm doing? Would this be more useful as a flashback, or I know there's a particular downtime activity, finding an asset or gather information or something like that.
Yeah, it's
or is this something we want to actually role play out as a full?
This would probably be more useful as flashback, because I'm not entirely certain how useful they're going to be.
Okay. Yeah, so I would almost certainly do everything I said I was going to do. Unfortunately, this does sound like a very non-traditional a job for Blades in the Dark, so I'm not really sure how you want to handle this given the scene pacing and the rules. The mechanics.
Your stuff would be rolled into probably rolled into the engagement roll that you had gone and gotten information.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would say that you would only be able to really get limited information because people who might have better information could be dead. Everybody is a bit distracted by what's going on. There's lots of injured, and there's also a lot of spirit wardens around, so who's going to be that willing to talk?
Yeah. Well, yeah, jumping back into Blades in the Dark mentality, I'll save all of that in a specific questions I have for a flashback or something like that. So I guess we could say that all three of us are doing the
tracking
thing, and I can just flashback as needed.
Yeah. But yeah, because you have said that you would do the get the information gathering, I think that would give you an extra D6. But yeah. So what? Arlene wanted to make the roll?
Yes, please. So I just click it.
Yeah, it's like roll engagement or fortune. They're both technically the same thing in this case.
Number of dice?
Let's see. That's 1 dice for sheer luck, and I decided to give you another one for Marionette's information gathering because its friends or contacts provide aid or insight. I think that's all I'm going to give you on this one.
Alrighty. 3 and 2.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is this our first completely failed engagement roll? We usually roll fairly high on engagement.
It's not technically failed. It just means you start out in a desperate position.
Well,
no.
that's as failed as you can get, really.
Look at it this way. It means you can earn some more XP.
That is true. Oh man, starting off in desperate. Oh god.
Okay, but so how are you guys going about tracking them down?
I mean, I guess we'll go back to that spot where we saw him the first time and look for any kind of tracks or clues or something.
Yeah, since I'm actually here for this, I'll take point with the looking through the ghost field for the attune roll.
Okay.
And then we should have Kai, do physical tracking.
Yes.
Just be the lookout.
Pretty much, you're there for moral support.
Because they're busy tracking, they don't have time to be looking around to see if we're being watched or anything. I'm just here to, observe the area.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing.
Gotta keep my buddies safe.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you guys get down there. There are other people out looking, for the cause as well. So you probably cross paths with a few people, which is going to make tracking a little bit harder because that's just more footprints and sounds and smells. But you do eventually get to roughly where you saw the person before. I mean, it's hard to tell because one non-distinct section of canal looks a lot like another non-distinct section of canal. All right. So, considering last time you saw them, you saw through the ghost field, why don't Marionette go ahead and make a roll?
Okay. So let's see. I have 2 dice in attunement. So I believe I just click attunement. We are at... Do we start off risky or desperate?
Desperate because of the Well, yeah, because of the poor roll on engagement.
Yeah, no, that's right. Risky is standard in Blades in the Dark. That's the regular starting position.
Yep.
Okay, so desperate. Effect standard.
Yeah, I mean it's been a little bit, so
it's been
a
limited.
Yeah, limited.
Okay. There's a way to bump effect, right? I can spend
you can push yourself.
stress or something like that.
Yeah, 2 stress. And you're using that to change the effect.
Or take a devil's bargain.
Yeah. One of these days I'm going to be good at giving devil's bargains.
Now I only have 1 stress. I'll go the 2 stress. I'll bump that up to standard.
Okay.
I'm trying to search real quick if there's. I'm pretty sure we looked at this before. There's no real rules for how any of the items are actually used.
Right.
There's some flavor text as to what they are, but I was specifically looking at arcane implements and musing as to whether there was any way I could use these arcane implements to sort of heighten my awareness of, of the ghost field.
Spirit bottle. Electrical design, drink, and what on it?
And what sort of advantage that might give me.
Well, I say a spirit bottle without a spirit in it won't be much use.
Right. Yeah, all of this looks more like combating or warding off supernatural things, less so than I would say tracking them. Just going off the flavor text.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, which is a shame because I would love to use those for that sort of thing.
I mean, we could say there's other stuff in there too.
Yeah, but at that point, I'm gonna need you to supply something.
I'm okay just for the sake of moving on. I'm okay with the desperate standard having to push myself for the standard effect. I don't believe there's any way to get any additional dice on this since I'm already pushing myself.
I think there's technically a way for a player to assist, but they have to sort of justify their assistance.
I mean, I have a little bit of a tune. I could, I don't know. Hold on, didn't mean to do that. Go away.
Okay. I think at that point you might be verging on group action, which is a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm thinking. Sorry, I was thinking the other thing. Assist.
Well, a group action. A group action, I believe, is when everybody in the group does the same thing.
Yeah.
And where's I would specifically be using a tune, and Kai would specifically be using hunt or
probably
or
hunt.
something like that. So I don't think it would be a group action.
No. I mean, I could see it being an assist. So if she wanted to, that can give you another die.
Okay. When you assist another player who's rolling, describe what your character does to help. Take 1 stress and also, give them a +1 dice.
All
so
right.
that would mean
it's just 1 stress.
It's stress.
It's not 2 like when you push yourself.
But
it's up to you if you want to do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna save that stress for later. I already have 3. I'm gonna take it.
I'll just go with the 2 dice. We're already at desperate. It can't really get much worse.
You say this.
I roll notoriously bad in this game. All right, let's see. No, there's one more box to click. 0 bonus dice. Go. Critical failure.
But you still get an XP, so mark that down.
Does a ghost pop out and eat me?
Fall into the sewer.
Yeah. Spontaneous combustion.
Good lord.
Did in this game.
So yeah, wow.
I've never known a D6 based game to dislike me as much as Blades in the Dark does. I am a freaking god in Shadowrun, but this game.
Because this one is my game.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it's like there's just too much traffic going on here and you can't get any read on the ghost field. Fortunately, you do still know roughly the direction they were heading before. And are you guys walking along the sort of little walk section of there's sort of there's a walking area on the sides of the canals, or are you in your boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just like, what is it? Go around in the boat and get out when we need to, but I'd say boat.
Cool. So there's your complication. Yeah. Something has jammed up the rudder of the boat.
Aren't complications usually associated more with the roll?
Not necessarily.
Okay. That's a legitimate question.
Yeah, I mean, let me go check.
I just don't see how me looking through the ghost field would get something caught in the rudder, but if it doesn't necessarily have to be a complication based on the roll.
I mean, that's usually the easy way to go, but actually,
it's up to you.
Actually, no,
I'm
fine.
either way.
If you want it to be with your roll, I take it back. You do get a read on the ghost field, but it's riled up due to all the activity over at the university, and you get some feedback. And you are going to take damage.
Okay.
1 damage, so it's going to be level 1.
Okay.
But it's... I think what to call this one.
Migraine.
No. I guess we'll just call it drained.
Okay. I'm gonna put spirit drain.
Sure.
Okay.
But like I said, you do still know the general direction that the person was running before. And the ability they had can only last so long. Because, living people don't belong in the ghost field. So
yeah, so I think I do. Let's see, how would I attune to the ghost field? We play this game so infrequently, I don't remember any of my my flavors. But yeah, I think given my new partnership, I sort of look out across the boat. I sort of grip at the railing of the ship, and just grip real hard. And Marionette's not a particularly strong person, so it's not like she's bending the wood or anything. If anything, the wood is cutting into her fingers. A little bit of blood is drawn. You get that flash of red from her fingernails and from her eyes as I sort of scan the area, and I think nobody but me hears some sort of ghostly howl as I just get thrown backwards on my ass. The red flashes to white momentarily, and my eyes go sort of milky white real quickly before I have to blink and hold my head, and I'm just rocking there for a little bit.
And internally, you hear Vathnir grumble a bit.
All right.
No. Too many ghosts. Too many ghosts. Kai?
I guess it's up to you, Kai.
Yeah, looks, and I guess she'll do the same, I guess.
You're going to try to find him with what? What ability are you going to use to try and track him?
Let's see.
Because like I said, there is a sidewalk area, so you can get out, and the boat can just keep following behind.
And just drop you off on the side.
You and your dog.
A little Sultan. What dog is Sultan again?
A German Shepherd.
Cute.
So, like a 60, 70-pound dog.
Yeah.
You get
Just
good
like
boy.
Milo. Yeah, Milo.
I feel like we had this conversation last week.
Yep.
So let me bring something up here real quick, actually. Looking over the action roll summary in the book, with a 1 to 3 on a desperate action, it says it's the worst outcome. You suffer severe harm. A serious complication occurs, or you lose the opportunity for further action.
Well, then I liked mine with the boat getting jammed.
Oh, not my boat.
But okay, so you want a level 2 harm then?
Yes, I'm gonna bump that up to level 2. I am
Okay,
asking audience for a more severe detriment to my character.
All right, at that point, it's not just going to be drained, which means you're actually going to have to seek medical attention.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're in a desperate position. It should feel desperate.
It should.
We really screwed up that engagement, and the first thing we did was my brain.
You know what?
Exploded
You got a
by
concussion.
Ghosts. Okay.
When you fell back on the boat, you hit your head.
Well, guess you can't go to sleep now.
I mean, sure.
Give it a good smack.
Yeah, so let's flavor that as there's a temporary rupture in the ghost field, and a poltergeist actually just throws me like straight across the ship. Would that be in line for this this setting?
Actually, what I'll say is
because concussion just doesn't feel very attuned ghost field like. I bumped my head.
Oh.
I know I'm making this complicated for you.
You are. But all right. Like I said, there was this backlash from the ghost field, probably interacting with Vathnir.
Okay.
We can say that honestly, he's kind of the one that threw you back from it. Not intentionally, just to get away from the field.
Okay. Sure.
Like I said, it's not like he meant to do you harm in this case at the moment,
So I go slamming back into some section of the ship.
And take a good hard smack on the back of your head.
So now everything I roll 1 less dice.
Nope, only if you get both.
Oh, only if I get both? Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Sorry,
Let me double
I'm
check.
done
I'm
asking
pretty
for you
sure
to
that's
run my
what that
character
is.
now.
But you still won't let me give you a higher wanted level.
We don't need that.
Wanted levels just make everything so much more difficult.
Yeah. What's your point? Yeah. No, it's just it's only if you get 2 is it 1D.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it doesn't say it specifically, but it says that if you get the level 1 harm, you have to get both for it to take effect. So since there's 2 spots in the level 2.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So you're kind of woozy, but you're still functional.
Yeah. Too many ghosts. Sorry. Go ahead, Kai.
Too many ghosts. Too many ghosts.
Yeah, Kai was gonna track down this person physically.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I guess survey
I think well, no, I think
or hunt.
for actually tracking them down, it would probably be a hunt roll.
Okay.
That's yeah. Yeah, it's hunt a target.
Person. And gather information about its location and movements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so would this still be considered desperate?
It's still desperate because 2 ones is not going to improve your position.
Yeah. In standard still? Or
No, you're back at limited.
okay.
Well, let me ask, if we both fail these rolls, is there a way to move the story forward?
You know, I hadn't expected you guys to fail so much. There probably is.
Yeah, because that's still a fail.
That is still a fail.
Yeah.
Well, something
What is
happens.
today? Trail is gone.
Well, it's not gone, but it is very muddled because, as I said, people have been passing through here. And so it's like there's been a lot of noise going on, a lot of people walking through. So it is hard to get a track. So you're basically just sort of following where you knew the guy was basically heading. And unnoticed by the rest of you, there's some bubbles that start coming up from the water behind you. Just some bubbles for now.
All right, let me see.
But so you are heading down towards Char Hollow. I don't know why I can never remember the name of that place.
Okay, we're going that way.
Mm-hmm. No. Are you guys going to sort of continue heading towards Char Hollow? Down this canal tunnel?
If that's where the tracks we didn't find lead us.
I mean, that's where you saw the guy running towards before.
Yeah. That's I think that's all we have.
Yeah.
Let me also
we gotta follow it.
At least throw out there that we can always just scrap a job. We're at desperate. We've does Kai get any sort of consequence to her failed roll?
The consequence is following your boat.
Okay, gotcha. Because we like this is a real false start for us.
It's not great.
trying to-
Fortunately, there are actually other signs that you guys might be able to pick up on the way.
Yeah, so
let
I
me
don't
see
think
what I
this is a
have here.
consideration that our characters would necessarily have yet, so I will suppress my meta knowledge. Yeah, I suppose let's continue down the canal best we can, because we only saw a general direction towards Char Hollow, so I guess we head to the closest canal interaction at Char Hollow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fortunately, it is the district immediately to the south of you guys, so. And it actually doesn't connect to a lot of other districts. So I'm actually going to bring you over into Char Hollow.
Sweet.
You can get
Hold on.
a better view of it. All right. So I assume you guys are going along relatively low speed, since you're not sure you're going in the right direction. Then at a certain point, you come into a sort of alcove area. Still going along the canal, but there's a little open alcove area where people have clearly been growing mushrooms, and you see a body there.
A body?
Yeah. And I promise this was planned to happen already. I'm not just throwing it at you. Yep.
I want to leave.
Hmm?
I probably want to leave and not be near that body.
Yeah. Just a body. Well, I mean, it's a bit of a waterlogged looking body.
No.
I mean, is it the body of a person wearing a broken spirit warden mask?
No.
Does the body
Okay.
look familiar at all?
But it's still wet.
Still a wet body?
Yeah, still wet. So it hasn't been up there terribly long. In the last day or so.
How long does it take for a
How
spirit
long
to detach?
before?
3 days.
Okay. Does it look like 3-day-old bloat? Would that perhaps be a study roll
Yeah, that would be good.
for somebody who has some points in study?
Yeah.
I have
It's
decent.
not me.
I have one study.
Yeah, okay. So that means you're going to have to get out the boat and go over to it.
Marionette's just like, dead body, ghost, already too many ghosts. See if there's ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
I can study it.
Alrighty.
I haven't gotten yet.
All right, so you're going to study. Are you just going to do a straight roll on it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to stress so I can get another die because
this is where Arlene comes in with her
one extra.
with all the sixes she keeps throwing.
I hope so.
I hope
All right,
so.
so you said risky and standard or limited?
Desperate and
desperate and limited.
Yeah. Well, desperate and I mean, you're not a medical examiner, so yeah, it will be limited.
Okay.
You're not a physiker. That was the word I was looking for.
One bonus die for my stress. To roll?
No, it hasn't rolled.
There we
Okay,
go.
roll 20.
Yep.
Yay!
Congratulations. By
Dang.
the way, have Kai and now Nightshade given themselves 1 XP for their desperate rolls?
Yay!
Any desperate roll gets an XP.
Yay.
Yep.
Hey, XP for me.
Yes. And also results for you. Yay!
All right, so what happens?
Yes. Well, so this body, probably almost certainly, in fact, older than 3 days.
Oh.
But it doesn't look bloated and distended and all that. It looks a bit like what you guys would be aware of as a husk, which are dead bodies that have sort of lost their spirits but have sort of the scantest fragments of soul that attach to them, trying to gain full humanity, more or less. They're not hulls which are intentionally made, or vampires which are just whole spirits ritually attached to a body. These are essentially zombies.
It's just hanging up.
And this, well, so, and this one, you get there and you see that it is inert, more or less, because it wasn't alive. It's like its whole bottom jaw has been blown off by a gun.
Oh.
But you can also see what looks like a blood trail heading off further south. So the person managed to kill the husk, but they took some damage on the way.
Hmm. Guess we all the blood.
All right. And how are you going to follow it?
I mean, aside from this looking like a zombie that was killed, does it look at all relevant to what's going on? I mean, we're in the sewers. Aren't these common occurrences? I mean, not sewers, canals. Aren't these common occurrences?
Not especially. Usually something has to rile up the husk to make them active.
Hmm.
Because like I said, it's just sort of the scantest bits of spirit still attached to them. It takes a lot to sort of motivate them.
Well, I suppose it is the only lead we have. Whether it's relevant or not, we'll find something gone wrong.
All right. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Well, Kai, perhaps your dogo there can follow this blood.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be in a better position.
Yeah, I'm sure Sultan can sniff out this blood. Is that true?
Position or effect?
Both, honestly.
Who?
Oh, right, because a 6 bumps you up. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I guess I will command Sultan to can't think of words today.
It's okay. I have those days too. But yeah, so you want him to sort of more or less track the blood trail?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Make us a roll. And this one would be standard effect and risky position.
Standard risky. Okay.
Mhm. Okay. So that is a success. Alright, I'm gonna guess to have Sultan actually follow the blood trail, he's gonna have to be out of the boat. Are you out with him?
Yeah, I'll be out with him.
Okay. You are out there with him. And the other two are remaining in the boat. Marionette's still a bit off from her head trauma.
Evan?
And so at some point she sort of looks over and sees some bubbles coming up from the water, and they're moving up alongside the boat. And out of them rises a waxy corpse face.
Oh.
Yep. Climbing up along the... Why can I not think of what that basis sort of concrete would be called? That sort of walkway.
Oh.
A walkway?
I know, but there's a term for it that I can't remember. And he's... At this point, he's partially out of the water. He has not gotten all the way out because it takes time to climb out.
I see it.
Huh?
I see it. I'm not out of the
Sure.
water. Is it like super sneaky? Okay.
I mean, they're not really smart enough to be sneaky.
Okay. Well, I'm
But
gonna say
you basically, you've had a husk following you for a bit.
gross. I guess I'm gonna yell out to Kai. Kai, Sultan, y'all gotta get back in the boat so we can go.
Yeah, I guess we'll go back in.
I would say, well, I mean,
Or try and make our way.
the husk has come to where it's sort of going to be in the way of you getting back to the boat.
Lame.
Because I did say it came up
Well,
alongside the boat and then climbed up.
gotcha. Well, it's a good thing I brought. Um,
You guys have
Hold up.
weapons, damn it.
yeah, I'm just trying to decide which one I want to use. Pistol to shoot
Okay.
it
Okay.
would be. What would that be for shooting something? Oh man.
Something you're not great at.
I believe shooting
Yeah, I'm
is
not.
hunt.
Oh, it's hunt?
Huh?
Oh, it is. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's with precision shooting from a distance. I don't know.
Yeah, Kai does hunting.
Hmm. Oh, ambush with close violence. That's prowl. That count?
I think that's more, stabbing and bonking
Okay.
than,
Well,
than shooting.
Yeah.
it's a good thing I also have a blade.
You're just gonna run over and stab it in the head?
Sure.
Just Walking Dead style.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Cool. And that is, I assume, risky.
Yeah, you're doing risky standard.
Come on. Oh, no bonus die. No, I got 2 and a 2. My dice are not happy today.
Okay. So you stab it, you do sort of hit it, but the problem is it's not really alive to begin with. So it sort of pauses for a second and then pulls and turns and reaches and takes a bite out of your arm. Don't worry, it doesn't infect you in the way zombies do.
Okay.
But you are taking
Ow.
a level 1 damage of well, bitten.
Bitten.
She's been bitten.
Bit. Okay.
Do Spirit Bane charms work on husks, or is that just ghosties?
Honestly, I would say they can, but it's got a much closer range effect to them. You basically have to be right up on them to have any effect.
Okay.
Sort of like, think of it like how vampires in the Crucifix, where you basically have to be pressing it into their skin.
Okay. What does it do? Like, it makes them run away? Or...
It repels them. So in this case, it would probably make it let go of Nightshade, yes.
Okay.
So, what does that? The Spirit Bane
Spirit
charm
Bane
thing?
charm.
Yeah, which doesn't add to your load anyway.
I have one of those. So would that
do
anything?
Are you pressing it into its flesh?
Actually, probably at the moment I'm not. So yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I don't think Blaze in the Dark has any real initiative system.
No, it doesn't.
But since you
more
or
less
you already acted,
I know, I'm giving you
would,
guys all the opportunity to act.
Yeah, I would pull
except
out
for
my
Nightshade
own,
because she's already acted.
I would pull out my own Spirit Bane charm and sort of woozily walk over and just quit it with the damn ghosts and just sort of like slam my my charm into the side of the head of this creature and push it off of Nightshade.
Okay. Why don't you make a roll for how effective it's going to be at getting... It's going to let go of her, but what it does after the fact.
I mean, I'd really like this to be finesse because I'm good at it, but I really don't think that's what that sounds like.
It isn't.
Could I make an argument for Prowl?
Yes, you could make an argument for Prowl.
Yeah, so while it's distracted with Nightshade, getting around its sort of like grasping limbs and whatnot, I'll just get in there and just put it against the side of its head and kind of push. So at least I get 1 dot in there.
Yes.
Risky standard?
It's going to be desperate, but standard.
Are we back down? We are back down to desperate. All right.
Yeah.
The desperate roll.
Yep.
More
XP. Okay.
If you survive, this will be great for XP.
If we survive, yeah, that's right. Okay.
I don't want to kill you guys.
So in this case, the Spirit Bane charm just allows this action to occur. It doesn't give me any extra dice or effect or anything.
Right.
Okay, sure. Desperate standard, you said?
Yeah.
Nope.
It does let go of her, because I said that would happen, but this is basically what happens after the fact.
Yeah, so I still get a consequence. It works just by the merit of the item itself, but it was a technically failed action, so I get some sort of negative.
Yep. You overbalance and fall into the water.
Okay, awesome.
No, wait, what are you wearing?
I'm holding my head with one of my hands, just kind of stumbling forward, like actually stumbling forward. I reach out, smash this this amulet into the side of its face, and both of us just go tumbling over the side of the boat.
Yep.
Marionette's in her usual outfit. She doesn't really wear dresses unless she's actually going to a party.
Which makes sense. It would be somewhat impractical.
I do have a picture on the character sheet. If I believe you all can access that, at least the bio and information tab, so you can generally see what she's wearing. A sort of frilled, simple, but what looks like a very old but at one point aristocratic shirt, which has since been worn down and dirtied and ruffled and whatnot. It really doesn't draw any extra attention to her because it once would have been a really nice piece of clothing, but it now is just too worn to really draw any real attention. Fairly practical pants, much the same way. At one point, good quality, but well worn. And she does have a sort of shawl on just to keep cool, because I imagine that Doskvol is a fairly chilly place. Maybe not cold, but chilly. And she has a crumpled hat that she likes to wear over her blue hair. Nothing that's going to necessarily weigh her down too much.
No.
I mean, the shawl, she'll probably have to take the shawl off and either lose it or throw it up on the boat if she can. But she's not in a dress and heels or anything. She's not that kind of slide.
No, she
Okay.
not when
she
on a
does know
job
how to
at
dress
least.
practically.
Yeah.
She's practical.
Okay. Kai, I'm gonna give you a chance to do something
Okay, just checking.
Before this husk eats me.
Before the husk latches on to Marionette.
Drags her down. Oh my gosh, just like in D&D.
Mhm.
We're getting dragged down into the water
Yeah.
by a ghost.
It's my own personal
Or a
voted
dead
flood.
thing.
This is Taylor's
Revenge.
Is it if it revenge if it happens before the fact?
Preemptive revenge?
Preemptive revenge? Yeah. There we go.
Call
But
it
I didn't
prevenge.
plan that.
Yes.
I thought you guys were going to be way better at this because you usually. Well, now I sound like Jack.
Usually are.
Welcome to running a game.
Oh, that comeuppance! It does not taste good.
I will refrain
Ugh.
from the usual snide remarks that you usually give me.
That doesn't make it better because that was kind of snide right there.
Yes, Kai, please save me or something.
Yes, save Marionette or kill the slide because. Not the slide, sorry. The husk. Don't kill the slide.
Baby with the bathwater sort of solution.
Oh, God.
I don't even know, like,
You have a gun.
I do.
I mean, wouldn't the spirit bane
Aim
charm
very
at least
carefully.
keep it away from me? Or do I drop
like I
the
said, you
spirit bane
basically.
charm in that full fumble there? I'm happy either
Well,
way.
I said is you basically had to be pressing it up against it, so I would say that
Okay.
it's probably going to grasp onto like your legs or something.
Cool.
So no, you still have the spirit bane charm. But that's what it's going to do with its action once Kai comes up with something.
I guess,
So at this point, both of them are in the water, but they are not more or less in the same space. Because this isn't like D&D with spaces.
I guess I would try and I don't know.
You could try to damage it. You could try to help me out.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
Yeah.
Sultan can jump in the water and swim to Marionette.
I say it's like I know
Like a
you have a
Doskvol
rifle
kid.
because that is standard kit for
Yeah,
hounds.
I have a rifle and 2 pistols, so I might. Yeah, I guess I'll try and shoot it and probably get Sultan to try and get Marionette if possible.
Okay. So the shooting for the is it the rifle you're using?
Yes.
Okay. Then that one's going to be hunt because that's more distance, which is what you're designed for.
Mhm.
You have some sort of special ability that helps that? I think hunts have access to something that helps shooting.
Oh yeah, the sharpshooter.
Yes.
It can either shoot at extreme distance or unleash a barrage of rapid fire. Actually, either of those would be good. Well, not the extreme distance, but the rifle or the pistols with rapid fire would be good.
Okay.
You'd have to take the 2 stress to push yourself. But that would be good.
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and take the 2 stress and then I will shoot, I suppose. It's been a minute since I played, so I'm like,
Mhm.
what am I
It's
doing?
fine. Oh, Jack, also, did you give yourself XP for
Yep.
your desperate roll?
Yep.
Making sure. Because this one is also going to be desperate.
Desperate.
Man, I was expecting that you guys were gonna rock this one out.
We usually
Standard
do.
still?
You do. Yeah.
Okay. And no bonus dice, correct?
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's a success with a consequence.
I think an easy consequence would just be extra heat because a gun went off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Unless you have something, more poignant, but heat is also one of the options for consequences.
Yeah. You're right. Sure. Yeah, we'll give you give you guys extra heat.
One extra heat.
Yeah. And Stephanie, make sure to take your XP for the desperate roll.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on the crew sheet right now.
Fair. Okay. So that gets rid of the thing, the husk. And yeah, Sultan can more or less grab Marionette to at least get her where she can get back into the boat. So
Good boy, Sultan.
you guys are Marionette is wet and concussed, and Nightshade has a nice bite
mark.
wound in her arm.
Oh, she didn't like out of me, did it? Or
What?
is it just the bite? It didn't take a chunk out of my arm, did it? Or is it just the bite mark?
No, it's just a bite.
Okay.
But yes, you guys again, the initial hunt roll was a success, so yes, you guys can follow that blood trail again.
All the while making my own blood trail.
You're in the boat. You're not making any trail.
You're just
Making a
making
blood puddle in the boat.
Yeah, you're just making a puddle. Might want to clean that when you get home.
It's being washed off by all
Yeah.
the water coming off of me.
Yeah, you're gonna need to be careful about not getting hypothermia.
Yeah.
Don't have a first aid kit? That's not smart.
I don't know that first aid kit
First aid kit.
Is first aid kit even a thing?
No, there's no healing in this game.
Oh no, not outside of Physicers.
Yep. So where does this blood trail lead us?
It's gonna lead you. Give me a sec to get back to the map. I was looking at sheets. It is leading you basically under Bridge Road, so this main road of Char Hollow. As you're going along, you're not coming across any more husks, thank goodness. But eventually you are coming across people who are sort of, harvesting mushrooms, and some people even collecting some shellfish that were growing in the sides of the water. They're not going to be great, but they might be useful for attracting other animals as bait. And, they do definitely take notice of the bedraggled lot of you. But they don't really hassle you. They're just there going about their business, and like most people who aren't criminals, want to stay out of whatever mess you guys are up to.
Yeah, smart.
But, there are people, it's like if you wanted to stop and ask questions, you probably could.
It's usually my job, but I'm in no position to do so right now.
I mean, mechanically you still are, but
Yeah.
I get it. Narratively, you're not. You can try if you want. I can see Marionette still deciding to ask anyway, just because.
But this blood trail we were following, it just stops at the feet of these farmers.
It's still going, but it is starting to trail off more or less.
Yeah, so I think in Marionette's current concussed, waterlogged state, she's gonna just kind of reach up to the railing, pull herself up, and just look out at these people. Did any of you, happen to see a strange man with a mask?
Yeah. He was bleeding.
That way?
Oh, that way? Yeah, he was heading, direct him towards a physiker.
Oh, that sounds really nice. Could you give us the same directions, please?
Yeah, physiker. His name is Roland. He operates over in Saltpire, which, if you look at your map, is a little area of Char Hollow. Which, again, this was pre-planned. I didn't think you would need to make use of the physiker.
What was the physiker's name?
Roland.
In Saltpire.
Yep. Right there.
Great. Thank you for your help. Carry on with your good work. I'm just gonna...
Maybe you should go see him.
That's the plan.
We're on our way.
Okay.
Saltpire.
I directed you guys where they were, I think.
Sorry, I didn't see that. Do it again. Oh, there it is. Oh, duh, it's right there.
Yeah, it's not a street, it's an area.
Yeah, I was looking at the little names. I was completely ignoring the big names. Okay. Cool.
Right.
Need a medic.
Usually you are the medic.
Not this time.
Nope, not this time. I didn't think you'd end up actually needing them. But yeah, so, I mean, with that, I suppose Kai and Sultan can get back in the boat and you guys can make your way to Saltpire. Once you get there, you're probably going to need to ask more specifically for where Roland is located.
Okay.
But I mean, that's just general. That's just a general question, and you guys obviously need medical attention, so that's not going to be social rolling.
That shouldn't be too hard to convince people that we need to see a...
No, I mean, you've got a bite in your arm, and Marionette's looking rough.
Okay, so I assume we find a place to park our boat.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's lots of underground canals in there anyway.
Yeah.
And you guys have a bunch of maps of the underground anyway, so you can figure out where you want to park, and you can come up and yeah, so you can come up into Saltpire and look around for people, or probably a little bit looking around. You see if you can spot the place, and when you can't, grab someone in the street and ask where the physiker named Roland is. And eventually you get directed over to Old Fire Way, to a small little house here, or a small little building there. And you go up, and I assume you just sort of knock on his door. It's, there's signage that shows he's a physiker. And like most things, it's kind of worn and faded. But so you go and you knock and wait a minute and eventually opens the door. Yes, can I help you?
Hello, good sir.
Wait, never mind. Come in. Come in. Get in, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I go in.
I assume you can pay for medical care?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
All right, go sit down. The bleeding one first.
Oh, that's me. Sure.
But at the same time, he grabs a blanket and throws it to Marionette.
I assume I'm getting stitches.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna get an awesome
But
scar.
you are getting some medical care. Now this is it won't cost a coin. This is something that's just going to be some slugs, so it's pieces that make up coins, but it's not going to cost you a whole coin to get your arm dressed. But yeah, since you guys are here, I'll go ahead and say roll recovery clocks.
I do that.
Okay.
I think you can press healing.
Yes, you can. That's what I was about to say. I just needed to look at a sheet. Yep.
Die.
Click on.
What is the number of dice? I don't think we've ever had to do healing before.
Well, he is an expert physiker, so you're actually going to end up with 3 dice.
3?
He's an expert. Now you're only taking the highest roll.
Okay.
So that, I believe, is 2 ticks on your clock. You're not getting 4 pieces.
Nope.
I'm sorry, I happen to have Nightshade's sheet open. I saw it go 4. It's like, you're not getting that.
I clicked on it, and that's what happened. I didn't know where to click.
That's fair. It doesn't tell you where it starts. But yeah. So that's 2 ticks, so you're halfway to healing, which is good. Okay. So you guys are getting medical treatment. Do you want to talk to them while you're
I assume mine
getting
does
that?
take a coin because it's a level 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
I do have a coin on me.
I don't know.
Good. You're still going to be a little bit woozy, but you're probably better than you were.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there's only so much you can do about a concussion, aside from, I don't know,
true.
smelling salts and just rest.
I know, that's...
So, not a lot of improved effect for me, but that makes sense since I only as well healed 2 on a clock of 4 for level 2 harm. But probably enough to get my mental state a little back to...
yeah, like I said, you're still...
cognizance.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so while I'm warming up, presumably by some sort of fire, wrapped in a blanket.
Yes, probably also getting a hot beverage.
Yeah. Good sir. Thank you so much for your help, your assistance.
Name's Roland.
Yes, I do recall that. We were directed here by some rather fine people. They said they directed another recent client of yours.
Got lots of clients.
Well, you see, the other day we were out on a stroll and we met a fellow with a rather distinct mask. Perhaps a spirit warden?
Oh, him.
or a vigilante of sorts. It seems that you recognize him.
Oh yeah, the guy with the broken mask?
Yes, that is he.
He said his name was Briga.
Briga?
Yep. Yeah, he wore the mask the entire time he was here. But, spirit wardens, they can't take the masks off.
Oh, of course.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know if you mentioned, but it seems that he did have a run-in with some husks, and well, we did as well. So I was actually
I figured
hoping.
from the bite in her hand.
Yes, we were actually hoping, since we did stumble upon what seems to be the same thing, to let them know that the problem was not as well resolved as I think he initially thought. Did he perhaps? I know this probably is not information you usually get out, but for the safety of the public, would you have any way of getting in contact with him again? Anywhere
No,
he might have said that he frequented?
I think you're going to need to make a roll for this one.
Sure.
Because while I will say they don't necessarily have the same idea of doctor-patient confidentiality here.
Did they have HIPAA?
No.
No.
Okay.
They never had Hippocrates in the first place.
Yeah, so I'll go with a sway roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and go in the deception route, as I said. Problems not taken care of for the common good. We should find the spirit warden and have a nice chat with them. We're still back to desperate, right?
Technically, yeah.
Desperate standard?
Standard.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just roll this. Does it cost anything to use these special abilities? You have to push yourself, right?
Not as I would say, if it doesn't say it, then I would say no.
Okay, it doesn't say.
Like
my
mesmerize. I know, because your mesmerism doesn't say.
Yeah. Since I'm swaying him, I am going to mesmerize so that he doesn't remember giving me this information.
Okay.
I mean, assuming it works. Actually, I don't. By the rules of mesmerism, I don't think it necessarily needs to even work. They'll just forget that I even asked.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like he won't know that you swayed him even if it failed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you won't necessarily get the. Well, you succeeded. All right. I will say your consequence for this is going to be that you're drained. Because this is taking a lot of focus that you are having trouble maintaining.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. He looks at you for a moment before sort of shrugging his shoulders. Yeah, no, so he was asking for a place to hole up for a bit, and I told him about a tenement building. Where did I say it was? Over in Char Hollow Heights. It is going to be on Hummock Road, Overtown. And it's an abandoned tenement building. Let me be clear about that. That was why you can just hold up there for a bit.
Where did you say it was? Char Hollow Heights?
Yep, Char Hollow Heights over here on Hummock Road.
Okay.
Right, yeah, I
It
guess
was
we have a
weird.
running
He had
start.
he had a kind of muddled accent. It was, it was Akarosi, but also sounded kind of Scav.
Oh, very interesting. Well,
Mm.
such a noble profession takes from all walks of life, am I correct? Just the slightest flicker of red beneath her fingertips.
Well, usually they try to hide their accents at all. Because you're not supposed to know where they're from either.
Well, it is a difficult accent to get rid of, to be fair.
I wouldn't know. All right. You wait here for a little bit until you've warmed back up.
You're the doctor.
As I said, so that's going to wait until Marionette more or less warms up a bit.
Are there any magazines in this doctor's office? Pamphlets.
Yeah, there's probably some pamphlets.
Nightshade will read some of those.
Okay. You find a medical pamphlet on the Kraut.
Oh, the what?
The CROUT.
Not the sour variety.
No.
No.
I realized that as soon as I said it out loud. Oh, god damn it. Sounds like I'm talking German.
No, my first thought was gout. And I was like, what? ROUT.
Yep. There's an entire section on discharge.
No.
Yum.
There are two responses.
Great.
Oh, goodness.
So after you're thoroughly disgusted by that, anything else you want to read?
Yeah, I want to read another pamphlet.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a copy of National Ectoplasmic underneath that.
Sure.
Read that too.
It's probably not called that, but ectoplasm engineering today or weekly.
I was going for like National Geographic, but like
No, I got
okay.
the reference. Mine was more a sort of mechanics weekly or whatever.
Well, assuming nothing terrible happens while I'm sitting by the fire.
No, nothing terrible's happening. I was just letting you guys have a minute if you wanted.
It's a minute to relax while we're trying to track down this.
Relax to RP if you wanted. But if not, we can go ahead and get to Char Hollow Heights.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything. I mean, I'm just trying to rest. Kind of up to the other two.
Yeah, I don't.
You're gonna find a girl's picture and show it to Kai. It's like, Kai, look at this girl's picture right here.
Why are you showing me this?
It's gross.
So she had to share.
Misery loves company, that's why.
I mean, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So after a bit, Marin dries up a bit, warms up a fair bit, and you are all allowed to leave. And it's like Nightshade might be more or less familiar with this area or with this district, but I don't know that necessarily the rest of you are. So probably wandering around for a little bit before you find Hummock Height or Hummock Road. God damn it. It's Char Hollow Heights, Hummock Road.
Miss Road.
Huh?
Miss Road.
Mm.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. You get there, and most of the buildings are obviously occupied because since this city basically runs 24 hours straight, since there's not much difference between day and night. So a lot of them have lights burning in the windows, except for this one narrow building. And, you know, everywhere around here is somewhat dilapidated, but this one seems more so.
Well, with this
Yeah,
being an abandoned building, I don't believe there's any reason to go up and knock on the front door. Maybe best,
we should.
Nightshade, for you to go and scout out the place.
We had the same thought. So I'm gonna survey this area here. Desperate.
Yeah, you're still you guys are still desperate.
Ooh, another +1. Let me write that one down. +1 EXP. Yay. All right. And standard.
Almost this whole thing desperate.
Is that a standard effect?
Yeah.
And no bonus dice. 5.
Okay. All right. What are you looking for?
I'm just gonna look inside the building, see if there's any evidence of, somebody in the building, and also find a way in and out.
There is a door. There is a front door.
And
Is it
presumably
locked?
multiple windows.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna
But
see what the
you
best
do have a
route of entry would
consequence to
be.
suffer, though.
Okay.
As you are looking through one of the windows, there is a gunshot. It just
My
comes right
face?
past it. It's right past you. It's a 5, so you're not taking damage from it. But someone is clearly aware that you are there, and they're not too happy to see you.
Cool. I'm gonna go. I mean, I assume Harry, Net, and Kai heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Paint me a picture of this building. Like 1-story, 2-story, adjacent buildings.
It is in
Half
between other
collapsed.
buildings.
There's only a front window.
Well, it's a 2-story building. The gunshot came out of the 1st-story window. But yeah, I said it's smaller by comparison. I keep thinking of like the sort of style of homes they have in like Boston that are all smushed together and they're really narrow. And this one is smaller than the standard ones.
Okay.
So there's not.
Are we talking front window, side window, back window?
No, I mean it's
a row house, so it's connected to the
yes,
other buildings. Okay.
that's what I was looking for. It's a row house.
So it's got a single front window that Nightshade peeked into and a bullet zoomed past. Okay.
Yeah.
That ear's probably ringing.
Yep.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's in there.
Someone is clearly in there.
I'm just gonna, uh, you know, pull my cane up and tap on the window with the handle. There is no need for that. We are just here to speak with you. Please, could you come to the front door and let us in? I think we have what could be a very equitable business arrangement for you. If I understand who I am speaking to and the expertise that they clearly have.
You're gonna need to roll a thing for that.
Yep. That sounds like a sway roll to me.
Yeah.
Trying to butter this guy up with flattery and a job. And then I'm gonna stab him.
Yeah.
Desperate.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Standard, limited. What do you want?
Yeah, this is gonna be limited effect.
I figured, yeah. Devil's Bargain.
Let me see if I can think of something. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at thinking about those.
Would you consider him running a Devil's Bargain, or would that be too much of a possible, boon for us? Because we could just chase him down.
Yeah, and the problem is there's not a lot of places for him to run out of this house.
Yeah. I mean, how well patrolled is this section of the city? A gunshot could certainly draw blue coats, gray coats, spirit wardens,
Let
random
me
thugs.
remind myself. Let me remind myself of Char Hollow. Because I don't think we've been here on a job before.
I don't think so.
It was our first time here together. I mean, I've been here before.
Yeah. It's your first time as a crew. Operations against the citizenry in Char Hollow are considered on hostile turf.
Cool.
Oh. Hostile turf right now?
That increases your heat.
Lovely. Real hot, aren't we?
This is Teller's way of forcing that wanted level up.
No, because I'm sitting here, it's like, does he count as citizenry?
Is he a citizen of Char Hollow? He's just holding up. He doesn't really live here, does he?
No, that's why I'm thinking. It's like, no, he doesn't count. Yeah, there wouldn't necessarily be a lot of blue coats around this area. This is all residential, and this is one of the poorer areas. Yeah, this is a poor area of the city.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't have anything, I could just roll Desperate Limited.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, all these dice I'm rolling, one of them has to come out good.
Theoretically.
Go. Nope. 3s.
You get no response.
Okay. I will take my experience for doing nothing.
Well, for accomplishing nothing.
Yeah.
The door locked? I mean, I would assume it's locked.
Do we know if Kai has any points in rec? Do you have any points in rec?
I don't know. Does Kai have any points in rec?
I do not.
Ah, okay.
Neither do I. We're over here all just reckless, aren't
Yeah, we usually have
some muscle.
Yeah, we usually have some muscle. I don't think the three girls here are going to be able to kick this door in. I mean, I'll try the handle. Jiggle
Okay.
it, but...
It is locked.
Yeah.
But you do have somebody who can pick locks.
Yeah, I can pick the lock. I mean, will he let us pick the lock? You know, if he hears us trying to pick a lock, he'll probably shoot through the door or something.
I mean, just stand to the side, you know, by the masonry.
Okay. I'm gonna stress myself out doing this too, because that is a stressful situation. Desperate again?
Yep, you're still desperate.
Standard?
Yeah. Because this is not a good lock, so it's definitely standard.
5 with an effect. And I get another EXP. If I survive this, that'd be awesome.
Do you have fancy does your class provide any fancy tools for this? Fine tools? Because I believe that gives you something.
I have fine lock picks, and I also have, let's see here.
I think that gives you increased effect or something like that.
Well, she had standard effect. As opposed to limited
I don't remember
effect.
what fine tools do, but I know they do something.
Yeah. And I have, my special ability is you are not affected by quality or tier when you bypass security measures. So all locks are the same to me, really.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
And what do the fine tools do?
That's a good question. It's not amazingly explained.
I think that's under your playbook. I'm looking for lurk.
Yeah, it just says a finely crafted set of tools to disable and circumvent locks.
Maybe it doesn't do anything in particular. Maybe I was thinking of whatever ability she just said.
Oh, that's her infiltrator ability. Yeah, it's a good ability.
Yes, I like it.
But with a 5, we succeed with consequence.
Yep.
What is the consequence?
So behind you, there's a child who's been watching on the street, and as you go and pick the locks and whatnot, they start running off. I'm gonna go tell somebody.
Hey, wait, come back. It's not what it looks like.
I mean, it's a kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I chase after the kid and just, like, throw some trance powder in his face?
Sure, you can try.
That was so much better than my idea.
Shoot him! Shoot the kid!
Shoot the child!
God! Oh my God!
God, that's way more brutal than I thought.
Get him, Sultan! Tear him apart!
Wow!
No! We're supposed to be subtle.
I'm gonna sprint
That's why
forward.
I said no.
I'm gonna
you guys
sprint
are not
forward.
getting subtle for this one.
No, we're really not. No, I'm gonna sprint forward. I'm going to loop the bag of trance powder. I assume it has like some sort of pull tie. I'm gonna loop that against the hook handle of my cane. I'm gonna run forward. I'm just gonna smack him in the face with this bag of trance powder.
Oh no.
Okay.
Would that be, assuming I need a check just to run? Would that be a finesse check?
You don't.
No?
Yeah, you can have a finesse.
Okay. Well, you were going to say no. Do I have to roll or at all? Or
I was gonna say you don't have to roll to run, but yeah, you can have finesse.
Okay, just
for the actual
just hit him with it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, getting him tranced.
You were saying you were going to give me ...
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Another desperate roll. Standard, I assume.
So much EXP.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, I'm not gonna push myself for this. I mean, the worst it's going to do is add a clock to the situation. All right. Success with consequence.
Wait a minute.
Just stacking consequences.
I know. God damn. Cool.
Hold
so
on,
you got
I
a kid now. So you've now got a kid lying, sort of catatonic in the street.
I think when I rolled for Tinker to pick that lock, I forgot to put that bonus die on there.
Oh, fine. I'll let you roll again.
Like, yay.
Just one die.
Yeah. Okay, come on, scroll up, jeez. All right, so that was. Okay, now Roll20 wants to be slow. Come on now. Desperate.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled it. Oh, it's the same number anyway. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
I was going to say, it wasn't going to be anything worse, so.
Yeah.
So nothing else. But yeah, you've now got an unconscious child in the street. That's kind of a consequence on its own.
Yeah.
We'll take him to the physiker on the way out.
Are there any small alleyways aside some of these row houses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna drop the child into a darkened alley and hope nothing bad happens to them.
Does this kid look Akarasi? Better question. Is the kid a Scav?
I mean,
do you want
they
me to
have
fortune roll
kind of.
that?
I was gonna say they have kind of light colored hair, but could be mixed blood.
Mm, yeah, I don't think that. No, Marionette's completely fine just leaving a kid in an alleyway.
Okay.
This probably isn't the first time she's done it. She's fought a guerrilla war before. Kids see you, you knock them out, you put in an alleyway. It happens all the time.
Cool.
Just
No
standard
one will
procedure.
ever see that child again.
Pick up. He's just knocked out.
For now, that's what. But okay, so yeah, you've got the kid tucked away.
Well, I assume.
And you got the door unlocked.
I assume that takes time, me running out, knocking him out, and putting him away. So let's flash over to the other two.
I know.
Immediately
well, that's what I was saying.
as
It's
they're
like, and you've
unlocking
got the door unlocked. So what are you going to do?
Well, we're each going to stand to the side of the door, like not in front of it, and just like push it open.
Okay, you push the door open. Nothing happens.
Do I have like a mirror or something I can use? I don't want to poke my head out. Or anything reflective.
I mean, burglary gear might have a mirror.
That is true. That is true.
Does she have burglary gear?
Everyone has burglary gear.
Now.
It's not immediately in the description, but I mean, if a hand mirror to see around corners is pretty standard tack in a rogue's kit.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I'll use a mirror to try and peek and see where this dude is.
Okay.
You know that we're not here to fight you.
All right. Well, you pull out your mirror and look around, and you see them sort of tucked into a corner, holding their gun.
We're not here to hurt you.
You going to try and convince them of that?
Just my sway is not very good, but I can try. I don't know if I want to stress myself out doing it. How much stress? I already have.
If you take more stress than you are, if you push yourself, you are going to give yourself trauma.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we are there for. We just want to find out, like, what
I mean, that's what you want to find out. I'm pretty sure Marionette wants to do more.
Yeah. Like we just have. I mean, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to swear.
Okay, try.
Marionette's not here to do it.
Yep. She's leaving a small child in an alley.
Yeah. Oh wait, but there's also the devil's bargain. How did the remind me how devil's bargains work? So if I
you
get a
take
die,
it.
but
You take the devil's bargain. You suffer some consequence, which happens whether you succeed or not, but you do get the extra die.
Okay, because I do want to take a devil's bargain, but I don't know what the consequence could be.
Um,
Dang. Gotta get better at talking to people. Gotta get some sway.
All right. You can roll an additional entanglement die on next downtime. You guys have made a lot of noise.
We have. I'm just gonna risk it. I'm not gonna do a devil's bargain.
Okay.
That's desperate. Oh my god, this is all going downhill so fast. All right, come on now, roll 20. You should hurry up. It gets running and it's up, but it's going slow.
Yeah.
Do your job. Just gonna give it a second to.
Yeah.
It was doing this earlier too. That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, it's doing something.
Oh. And we lost her. Oh, hey, it's doing something.
It's doing something.
All right.
I'll roll it for her.
Well, stand by, folks.
I won't. I'll wait for him to come back.
Well, I know I just got up on my own there, but
you're
unless
muted,
she
Jack.
comes... Well, I know I just got up on my own there because I figured we were doing... Oh, here she comes. Yep. I was going to suggest we could go on break, but if she's coming back...
Yeah, if she can come back, and yes, I would... Because, yeah, it is about time for break. So, probably after this, we will take a break.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, cool.
Yes.
My browser closed on me just now. That is so weird.
It was funny, though. The timing was hilarious.
Yeah. All right, let me try this again. All right. Character sheet. I just want to roll. Can I roll, please? Please. Okay.
No.
Character sheet. Okay. What was I doing again? I forgot what I was doing. Sway. I was swaying.
Yes, you're doing sway. Desperate.
That's why this wasn't meant
limited.
to happen. I'm not made for swaying, and the character sheet knows that.
Yes.
So. Yes. Do it again. Okay, desperate. And standard. Ooh, there we go. Jeez. Oh, bonus dice. None. Oh, I got one. All I said was we're not here to hurt you.
Yep. He takes another shot. He doesn't hit you.
Yeah. It's attracting too much attention.
He is attracting a fair bit of attention.
Any ideas? Wait, and I can plus 1 EXP.
Nothing I can really think of at the moment.
I'm gonna say, Jack looks like he's thinking of things.
I'm still dealing with the kid.
That's true. But I was saying you look like you're thinking of
I am
things.
thinking of things.
I'm not much of a swayer either, so I'm like, that's
You-
probably not going to work.
You
Is
could
there
you could
any
send the
kind
dog
of
in.
fire escape?
You could send the dog in to subdue him.
No.
Yeah. He's gonna shoot the dog.
Is there any kind of like fire escape on the side of the building? Like any way to climb up?
It's a row
There
house.
isn't it's a row house. There's not a side of the building.
Oh, okay.
It's
Or I mean,
literally
like,
it's
sorry, the front of the.
No, let's be honest. The school doesn't really have fire code.
Okay. I can't just like sneak because he's staring right at the door. I feel like sneaking in wouldn't really be an option. The window too. Jeez, this house. Is there a way around to the back of the house?
Possibly.
Can I go find it?
Can you?
Well, presumably, you could try to climb the house if it has handholds
that's
enough to
what
do
my
so. Or you'd probably have to go around the entire block to get to the other side.
I'd rather climb up and over. I feel like that'd be faster.
Okay. Then
Would
make
that
me a roll to do that. It will not
prowl.
be finesse. Yes, prowl.
No,
yes,
it's prowl. Okay.
This is going to be desperate and limited because you've still got a guy pointing a gun at you.
Yeah.
In your relative direction.
Bonus dice, none. 6. Okay.
Okay.
Finally, we're making progress.
You get up over the building, and there's not a lot of space, but yes, you can see there is a back door.
Cool. Is it locked?
Yes.
I don't want to roll much. Can I pick a lock?
I think there's some audio hiccups here. Somebody's not hearing the other person.
Yeah, I didn't hear Arlene.
I said, can I pick the lock?
Oh, yeah, go ahead and try to pick the lock.
Okay. I assume it's desperate and limited.
No, the effect is going to be standard on this one. Oh, actually, no, it would be risky because you got a 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me go back. Do it again.
Hey, you guys are up to normal.
Oh, risky standard or risky limited?
Risky standard.
Okay.
I know, for now.
I'm doing it sneakily.
And right back down.
Oh my god!
Weren't you using finesse before for locks?
I was.
You rolled the wrong
Why
thing.
did you switch to
Roll
Tinker?
again.
I didn't want to keep cheating, so I switched to Tinker.
You guys made a fair argument, so go back to the one that you're actually good at.
Okay, cool. All right, so risky standard.
There we go.
6. Let's pop it right open.
Get all those ones out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, no, the lock comes undone quite easily. Like I said, these are not particularly good locks, and the house isn't particularly maintained.
Cool. So I have. See if I can find a way to, like, I guess, tackle him and
Well,
tie him up.
I mean, the back door doesn't open right into where he's sitting.
Yeah, I have to get to him first, but I want to have a plan for when I get to him.
Yeah.
Well, I have I assume with my light climbing gear, I have plenty of rope, so I can probably tie. Oh wait, but that requires skirmish, which I do not have.
Yeah. You guys don't have any physical person.
Yeah. What about but prowl is
Yeah.
ambush? Could I do that?
Yes.
Do I have to roll again, or can we use that same roll?
That's a different
You
roll.
are.
One was
It's
for
a different. I know.
lockpicking. One is for.
It was. It's like no, you are not getting that same roll.
Yeah, that was a
Nice
race, but I
try.
want to try anyway.
Yeah, it was, but it's like, you know what? Fair try, but no.
So, because I rolled a 6 on risky, is it now controlled?
Actually, technically, yes.
Ooh. And standard?
Yep.
Come on. 6.
There's our 6
I should have done
machine.
this from the beginning.
He has no idea. He has no idea you're there. But like I said, he is pressed up again in that corner. But he has no idea that you are in the house. You can get right near him.
Okay, now what am I gonna do? Because I gotta disarm him or tie him up. And I guess tie him up. What do I have? I have a silence potion, but that's not gonna do anything. Ooh, I have a fine shadow cloak. Can I throw that over his head and take his gun? Or try to knock his gun out of his hand?
Fine shadow cloak. I think that's
Whatever
just
that
for
means.
you.
That's just for me. Well, can I
think
take it
that's
off?
just to help. Let's say that's just to help you sneak.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Let me make sure.
Mechanically, yeah, improves your effect level when you sneak.
Okay.
But I mean, it is a cloak.
It is.
So
yeah, I mean,
if you want to give up
as a
that
cloak
effect bonus for the rest of the, I mean, this is Taylor's thing. You go ahead.
Yeah. But no, I'm more or less in agreement with you on that. You would basically you would definitely lose the cloak at least temporarily.
Okay, yeah, I just want to cover his head to give me like time to get the gun out of his hand and possibly.
You're assuming he's not going to immediately pull the trigger.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get shot. And at least it won't be in his hand anymore.
All right, so what are you gonna do?
And yeah, I kind of have to go for it. That way, we can. I guess we'll have to kidnap him. I don't know. It's just so nerve-wracking. Okay.
Well, we're in the best position we've been in all day.
Yeah.
But this would probably be a skirmish roll.
Oh, before you do that, let's take a quick break.
That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can think about what we're doing as we go on a quick break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to take 5-10 minutes or so. We'll see. There's only 3 of us, so we might make it back in short order this time. Me plus 3 others, so 4. That means 4.
Yes.
Okay, so
don't forget
stick
to
around.
Count yourself.
Yeah. Stick around. It's definitely been an interesting episode. Not a very successful one, but an interesting episode. Stick around and see in the second half if we manage to bungle our way forward or if we all die miserably in a gutter somewhere. Stay tuned.
Both are options.
Yeah.
All right, we are back. Break took a little longer than usual because Discord was being wonky, but we got it all figured out. Let's get back into the rest of this game going wonky. So I believe there was some plan with Nightshade trying to disarm this guy who wants to shoot us all.
Yeah, so okay, so yeah, I
I
was
believe you said you
gonna
were gonna.
Oh yeah, I cover his head with the cloak.
Okay. Well,
And
go ahead and make your roll.
then that would be skirmish, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I hate this. I'm also gonna yell for Kai after I get him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Scared. Come on. Some good. Some good. Some good. Good. Are you serious right now?
No, you're not actually. You are very much not even. It's like last second he spots you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are right up on him, so he spots you and he turns with the gun.
Yep.
And he pulls. It doesn't hit you,
Oh.
but
Mm.
it has probably burst one of your eardrums.
Hmm. And so I was unable to grab him.
You were unable to grab him, and like I said, that is a damage. That's actually going to be a harm level 2 damage.
Oh.
So like I said, it burst your eardrum. That basically gives you vertigo.
Yeah. Yeah, screw this. Kai! Kai, help!
Also hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so I guess I'll peek around, kind just see what's going on since I hear
And the
Nightshade
gun
calling
swings
out.
around towards you. He doesn't
Yeah.
fire it, but it is now
Would
pointed
me,
at you.
that count as me distracting him though? So would that be an assist for Kai? Decided to do something?
Is she going to do something?
I don't know.
I say at this point, Marionette is probably back. Because remember, she did have to climb over the house.
Yeah, I was
True.
gonna let this initial infiltration happen, and I was gonna immediately come after that. But if there's some hesitation,
Can I try and shoot the gun out of his hand or something?
You can try. This one is going to be limited risky position and limited effect because that is a small shot.
Okay. And I'm guessing that would be either skirmish or I'm not sure.
For shooting him?
Mm-hmm.
That usually a hunt, or if it's
Well,
long
that's for
distance,
like
or I
a
think
long
what was the other
range
one?
aimed shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this could be skirmish.
Okay.
That could be
I don't. It's like it wouldn't be wreck, but yeah, skirmish is fine.
And that was risky.
Risky and limited.
Gotcha. Let's see how this goes.
Oh,
Oh.
wait, that's not right.
Oh.
You have a skirmish.
So I'm confused now.
Try again.
Okay, so risky, limited,
Yeah.
and no bonus dice?
I mean, you just have the one that you already have, so it's not a bonus die.
Okay. All right, I'm doing that again.
Yeah.
Let's
Huh, that's weird.
Don't you have a dot in skirmish?
She does. Let me see.
I feel like we should take the highest number. I'm not
That's
first
not
roll.
happening. Okay,
Alright.
This isn't going to count for anything, but I'm seeing what happens if I roll for your skirmish. That is weird.
Huh.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, try again, but give yourself 1 bonus die just so it's rolling at 1. Well, now it rolled 2 die.
Just roll a fortune roll.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think. Well, fine. We know it's risky limited. That is
Or we could just say we
weird.
take the first dice, because that, is how it rolled, but something's wonky with the
Yeah,
character
that's kind of
sheet.
my thing. That's weird, and I don't like it.
If I put a point into skirmish myself and roll, this obviously doesn't count for anything. It works fine for me.
Huh.
Yeah, so I don't know what is up with yours.
I do not know.
Hmm.
Let me try.
Well.
Oh, now it's rolling like normal.
Oh, was that
Okay.
Kai? Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was Kai.
Well, it seems
that was-
determined to roll a failure. on
Oh,
the
I know,
4
but like I
rolls
said,
we've
it was one of
done.
those. It's like
Mm.
So yeah, no, your gun jams. You're gonna have to spend. You're gonna have to take the opportunity to clear it before you can actually use it again. At this point, does Marionette want to do anything?
Yes. With that, there's been, what, 4 or 5 gunshots in the last 30 seconds. I just chuck this kid in an alleyway and fast walk my way back. I get to the doorway. I pull the sword out of my cane sheath, walk forward. There's already 2 of them in there, and I just slowly walk up to them, point the blade at them. Tips of my fingertips flare red and travel down the length of the blade as Vathnir starts to appear around my shoulders. Would you kindly stop trying to shoot my friends?
If I was trying to shoot them, they'd be dead already.
I stick them a little bit.
Little poke.
It's thick leathers under there. So you stick him, but it doesn't really hurt.
Now, I suggest we all clear out of here to a place that is not going to be immediately overrun by either cops or hooligans, and have a nice, quiet conversation amongst professionals like we wanted in the first place.
What kind of professionals are you?
I stick him again.
I think he has a fair point, though.
We were doing our best.
Shoot Nightshade a side eye?
I know.
I didn't say it out loud. I was out of character.
Yeah.
Well, let me put this in a
Why
way
the hell
that
are you here?
Well, let me put this in a way that I think will entice you a bit more than professional etiquette. We are either here for information or revenge. Which would you like it to be?
Fucking clown show have I gotten myself into?
Stick him again.
If you don't stop that, I'm going to shoot you.
We do need to go, though, so...
Fine. Let's leave. You look like a half-drowned rat, by the way.
It is not my best day.
I could guess. There's gonna be so much heat from this one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I hadn't even thought about how much.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say, unless we're terribly far away, we take this guy back to the boat.
Yeah.
I will say he will not get in the boat with you.
Well, at least down to the canals where we're semi-private. Yeah.
Fair. He'll go that far. But he's not getting in your craft.
Sure.
It's okay.
So, now that we are in a semi-private location, may I kindly ask, what was with all the fireworks?
That wasn't my doing.
This busted eardrum was.
I do believe you were holding the gun.
Oh, the gun. Sorry, I mistook you talking about the explosions.
Oh, yes, we will get to that.
What am I supposed to think when random people come in to a place that I'm hiding out?
Well, we did
Especially when they start by peeking in through the window.
We did knock politely.
I wanted to see if you were even in there.
Say hello.
Doesn't mean I can trust you.
Well, it seems that we're in a bit of a situation at this point together. So apparently you had nothing to do with the explosions back in Crowsfoot?
No.
What were you doing there?
Trying to stop them. But we didn't get information until the last minute.
Who's we?
It's my crew.
What crew would that be?
What crew are you?
We'll work up to proper introductions. So if you weren't there to plant the explosives, you certainly did make your way away from them quite quickly.
Yeah. I was in the canals, and everything down there is collapsed under the... God damn it, names, places. The places that blew up.
The Lamp Blacks, the Red Sash Academy, and the
No.
other thing.
There's not much to do once everything's exploded. Not for me.
You know who started the explosions?
No. Not the individuals who did, no. But the organization, sure. They're Gallows Light.
that mean anything to any of us?
Probably not.
Cool.
Secret organizations and all that.
Just taking some notes here.
I figured.
Yeah. You said Gallows Light?
Yes.
An apostrophe, yes?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of them. They're trying to make a name for themselves?
No. Well, sort of. Not for themselves so much as for their god.
Hmm.
You said a god? There's some sort of church?
Cult.
Hmm.
They want to please their god through bright sacrifice.
Interesting.
How did you learn of this information?
They had, they had a member who infiltrated. Had.
Well, if you had a friend in the organization, then I suppose you have quite a lot of information on them.
Some.
Aside from being a good Samaritan and I assume a handful of coin, is there any particular reason you were working to stop this? I suppose I don't need your direct employer, but all of Crowsfoot is in shambles now. One of them must have had something to do with it.
What?
What was
I
that?
don't deal with as it was like I not associated with any of the gangs in Crowsfoot.
Even more unusual that you would risk yourself to help them.
Them, I don't care. They can destroy themselves. But there were lots of other people that got hurt by it. That and it's causing fucking chaos up top.
Let's say we're working towards a common goal here. We simply got off on the wrong foot.
Seems to me like you had quite a few stumbles.
It's been a long day. Before this, we were at a party with a lot of ghosts.
I've been
Well,
running through the canals. I hadn't heard anything about ghosts.
good. Well, I turned the other two. Looks like we got what we wanted. Eventually.
Yeah, seems like it.
So out of curiosity, do you have some sort of personal stake in stopping this cult?
Out of personal curiosity, why do you care?
Well, as I said, it seems that we have at least some mutual interests.
But you're just here to find out the identity of the cult.
I assume eventually something will want to be done with that knowledge. Well,
hopefully by someone more capable.
To be fair, not our best day, so I cannot blame you if you don't particularly see us as having a great resume. I would say
I don't
you
know.
were none too subtle yourself there.
I wasn't trying to be subtle. I was trying to get rid of you.
Well, if that was your objective, then you failed heartedly.
True. I should have just shot you all.
I don't think that would have worked out for any of us.
You shot you and left would have been fine. What are you going to say? You saw a guy in a mask?
Do I have to stab you again? I can stab you again.
I can shoot you.
I like you. Well, honestly, I do not care if I ever see you again. So, if we do, hurrah. If not, are we done here?
You're the one asking all the damn questions.
Turn to the other two.
Yeah, I suppose we are.
Already back in the boat.
Oh, before you go, would you possibly be able to do me a favor? I was wondering if, yeah, no, this is probably too much.
Yeah, go ahead and ask.
How... Because this has been a whole conversation. How encompassing is this mesmerize ability? I'm trying, because I really expected there to be a sway roll in here somewhere. I'm trying to find a way to sway him so he forgets us.
No, there's been too much.
Okay.
I mean, if nothing else, he's going to definitely remember you all breaking into the house.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's anything we can do here.
Yeah.
All right. I think Marionette's just done. So.
Fair.
With that, I think she'll just shrug and walk off. Walk back to the boat.
I guess I'll follow suit. I mean, get back on the boat.
Okay.
I've already been in the boat, so I'm ready.
Okay, let's go home.
I guess as soon as they get in the boat, I'll take off. And head back to underpass or hideaway.
Right. Right. Back to Crow's Foot. That did not go at all how I expected it would.
Nope.
Nope.
So yeah, because you guys have enough information to get the 5 coin. But that is all you're getting.
Yep.
Because there were some other things that you know.
Do we have to pay anybody off?
I mean, you know what? This time I'll say no, just because of the situation.
Yay, free rent.
For now.
Coin for each of us and 2 in the bank.
Mm-hmm. I will say Amancio was very much like, well, why didn't you ask him more questions?
I mean, he didn't seem like he was.
Who is he?
You did not pay for that information. You paid for who and why. And we got you who and why.
I would have paid extra for other information. You should know this.
Boy.
We'll see if we run into him again.
All right. And with that, I think that means we move into downtime.
Yeah, let's just wrap this up. I'm so done with this mission.
I did not think it was going to be this rough. I thought it was just going to be a fun little, run through the canals and...
Every time we started to do better, we got worse again.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right, so that's 20 heat.
I think it's quite that much.
Yeah, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 stress.
All right, so first comes the heat, or the payoff, which you've got. And rep.
Can we lose rep?
Yes, you can lose rep.
No.
But you get 2 rep by default.
Hmm.
That's what it says. Like, you get 2 rep by default. You can get additional rep based on other things. And it's like, if you keep the operation completely quiet, you earn 0 rep. Fortunately or unfortunately, this was not quiet.
Loud.
Very loud.
Guns blazing.
That wasn't how it started out. But now, yes, we move on to the heat. This was not smooth and quiet. This was not contained even. Loud and chaotic or wild. I would say this one's just loud and chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So high exposure, which is 4 heat,
Mm-hmm.
plus an additional 2.
Yep.
From the Imperial military.
That fills up our bar, our heat bar.
So you have 1 wanted level.
Is it filling or exceeding that gives us a wanted level? Because I'm pretty sure trauma is exceed stress.
No, according to rules as written, trauma is when you reach 9, you hit trauma.
Okay. Then it probably works the same way. So,
when
yeah.
your heat level reaches 9, you gain a wanted level. Afterwards, you get to clear your heat.
Yep.
Any excess heat rolls over.
All right. That's the wanted level you wanted to force on us.
Yeah, I swear I didn't think it was going to be like that.
Oh, but for our downtime, we take -1 heat.
That doesn't clear wanted level.
Oh.
I don't think there's any way to clear wanted level.
There is.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not easy.
Yeah, it usually means someone has to go to prison.
Oh.
Yeah, the only way to reduce your crew's wanted level is through incarceration.
Yep.
I'll send Jeff to jail. That's fine.
Depends on what we roll for entanglements.
Damn it, Jeff. It's all your fault.
This wasn't even Jeff's fault. Oh my god, this wasn't Jeff's fault.
Can be.
This was
If we say it
your
is.
terrible, terrible roll's fault.
Yeah, Jeff
All
can pay the
right.
price for it.
So, who wants to roll entanglements?
Not me.
Would you like me to roll entanglements for you guys?
I'll roll entanglements. Damn it. Okay, how do I do this? I clicked roll. No, that's engagement. Where is entanglement?
I'm pretty sure there is an entanglement. Let
Do I
me
just roll a
look.
fortune roll?
Hold on, let me look because I'm pretty sure there is an actual entanglement button somewhere.
Do I click wanted? Do I click heat? No, I can't click heat. I can click wanted. Maybe it's what if I roll this wanted level? Yeah, that's entanglement. But you roll entanglement by clicking the wanted level.
Okay. Sure. Mhm.
Roll a number of dice equal to their wanted level. So we were at 0. That's why we were rolling to keep the lowest, and we're now at 1.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah. So it doesn't actually do that much worse. Theoretically. Gang trouble or usual suspects. Again, you don't have your flaws aren't really bad enough. So I guess we're gonna do the usual suspects again. Okay, fine. Jeff can get picked up again.
Damn it, Jeff.
Yes. Jeff can handle it.
Jeff gets picked up and you can either pay the blue coats off or make a fortune roll to find out how well they do.
How
much is it? Just the coin, right?
It's a coin, yeah.
Mm,
Is Jeff worth
we
that?
have that.
Yeah, one of those coins was going to roll over into a vault anyway, and I believe reclaiming vault is 2 to 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's just pay that off.
Okay. Okay. So you paid to get Jeff off the hook.
Welcome, Jeff. I'll let it happen again.
I was gonna say you're gonna beat him up later. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do XP before we move into downtime activities.
How much XP?
So you guys have a lot of desperation XP. Well, let's start at the bottom with Nightshade.
Okay.
Let's see your character XP.
I'm pretty sure I had or desperate rolls.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about playbook specific.
But yeah. So is that 1 XP for each desperate roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's 4.
Well, no, every desperate roll you're supposed to mark it in that action's attribute.
Oh wait, I see what you're talking about.
Oh, right.
Yeah. This isn't
Well, now I gotta go
character
back and
XP.
see.
This isn't playbook XP. This is skill XP.
A.
Yeah, which
Well,
means
I think
you better scroll back through your stuff.
Yep.
see, that was a
Why I
prowl.
kept telling you guys to do it.
Was a sway. I was writing them down, but I didn't. That was a tinker. And that one, oh, that's not me. Wait, no, that's the same tinker from before. That was a survey.
There's only one there's only
That's all
one
of
of
them.
those tinker rolls that count.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't put that on there. I
Okay.
think that was, I only had 4. Oh, I had another study one. I must have forgot that one. Yeah, that was everything. It was 5. Sweet. Great.
I thought there was more.
I only had 5.
Mm.
Right. Stealth or
So how
evasion.
much do you have, Jack?
Oh, I wasn't counting.
It was a joke.
4 or 5. But that fills out my resolve bar.
Oh, good. So what you putting it in?
More sway.
Fair.
I do one thing, and that's talk to people. This was
You
not my
need to-
job.
There were a couple of opportunities to talk to people, but you had head trauma.
Hey, I tried to go the talking to people route, and we decided to throw that into a flashback that never came up.
Yeah.
So climbing over the house, would that be stealth? So I was sneaking through the back door
What?
and sneaking up on.
Oh, yeah, no, you get XP for that one.
Yes. Would that be 2? Because I didn't have to climb over and then I had to sneak through the door. That was 2 different rolls. So.
I would not say that the climbing over the house was stealth.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think that's everything then. I'm fine with that.
Okay, then Marionette's up next.
Okay. Well. I did successfully sway the Physiker with deception to give us this information.
Yeah.
I don't know if the quick interaction with the farmers or whatever they were in the canal really counts.
No, I
No.
mean you didn't really have to roll anything for that.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't. I didn't get a chance to try to sway this last guy. He just kind of talked on his own. Well,
yeah, he was willing to talk.
After all the
stabbing.
You guys never identified who you were to him.
No. And I don't think there was really any way to work in any of my background stuff. Or vice. No traumas. So I guess I just get the one.
I mean, I was gonna say you sort of almost tried to start doing it with that kid.
Yeah. I was looking for ways to make it work, but it didn't really. I mean, you tell me. It is kind of my background as a sort of guerrilla resistance fighter that, yeah, you work in infiltration teams, and if you're caught, even by a kid, you knock them out, you throw them someplace not to be found again. Would that be addressing or expressing my background? That was a very Scotland resistance force.
Yeah.
Maneuver
no,
there.
It's like I'll give it to you.
All right.
I don't know why you guys got so much XP anyway.
Yeah.
Remember, you can't go up to 4 dots in any abilities. There's like certain ways you can, but in general, you can't.
Yep. And I just moved my sway to 3, so I'm more or less maxed out there.
Yeah, I've got to remind myself how you do that.
I believe that brings us to Kai.
Yes, it does. Kai got some XP.
Yeah, I think I had like 4, so I added those already.
Well, that's good.
I guess
you did tracking and violence. I'll say
I did tracking and violence, so I guess that would be
2.
Yeah, 2. Because I didn't do anything with my heritage or anything or my vice, so.
Nope. But still, 2 more XP is 2 more XP.
Yes.
You can put those wherever you want.
Okay. Well, since that'll either max out my prowess or insight, so I might as well do Guess I'll max out my prowess and add that to skirmish.
All right, and then you clear out the XP.
Yep.
And then we move on to crew XP.
I don't think we got any crew XP.
Hey.
I would not call that a successful espionage mission.
It was not.
I don't know if it was above our station or not. It doesn't feel like it was above our station. It feels like it was supposed to be pretty simple, and we tripped and stumbled on our face.
That was. I thought this was going to be one where we got 2 jobs in because it's like, oh, this one will be easy.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just run through this one, and nope.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it says bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. That other guy thinks we're
a bumbling
idiots.
That's a new reputation.
A new reputation
Yes,
for
you're
being
idiots.
unprofessional, bumbling idiots.
No,
Yeah.
that's not a new reputation. He just thinks you're idiots.
Okay.
And you didn't exactly prove him wrong.
No.
Oh.
I mean, we really didn't have
Well,
any
I'm
way
like,
to do so.
that's a new reputation.
He made a good point. In that case, we were bumbling idiots.
Mm-hmm. It's the dice's fault.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I did
It's
good
not
on the
all way over his
one
house, it's his back door.
role I was meant to do.
Yeah, no, didn't you
everything
have
else
a
I
not
was-
good? Well, I mean, you
I
have
had my
a sway
attune
here
roll.
that's 3 and 3.
Oh, do I? What was
Yeah.
that for?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that was for trying to get the guy to talk to us when I knocked on the window. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't even do that right. Yeah, we were bumbling idiots.
Yeah, you guys were not great tonight. But okay, so that moves us on to downtime activities. What do you idiots want to do?
I hurt.
I know, it's like, you will recover from drained.
Mm-hmm.
The busted eardrum.
Yep, someone's got a concussion they have to heal, and someone has a busted eardrum they have to heal.
So how do I do that?
You guys have to go seek out a physiker. Fortunately, you have met one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I probably have to pay a coin for that eardrum, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll do that.
Right. And then you're gonna need to roll healing. Oh, Stephanie's gone again. Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she's back. Number of dice, is that also 3?
Yeah, he's still an expert.
Cool.
I guess we're doing.
Oh, I got a 6.
Well, that is 3.
3, yep.
I'm healed.
Which means it goes down to a level 1.
Oh man.
How are you healed? Clock is 4.
She had 2 healing from when we were at the physiker before.
That was for the bite, not the eardrum.
You're right. No.
Because the bite is level 1. That'll go away on its own.
Yeah.
So you really didn't even need to have that dealt with at all. This is a new injury.
It's true.
Oh.
It's true. That one was really more for flavor that he was attending to your injury. But so you've got 3. So your busted eardrum is still level 2.
Okay, level 2 busted eardrum, I guess. Can I just go ahead and indulge my vice then?
You probably should.
Yeah, I need to. I need to vice it up.
All right, so roll your so indulge your vice. There is a button for that somewhere.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
I do not get bonus dice for that.
No.
4. That means 4 stress, right?
Yep, that's 4 stress.
Okay, back down to 3. I don't know if I want to risk that, so instead...
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Nope.
Well, that was your 2 activities. You have to
Oh,
pay a
right.
coin if you want anything else.
So, yeah, I guess I'll stop there.
Okay.
And I'm actually
Research that I want to
looking.
do, but I'll just save it for later.
I'm looking over the rules for recovery on page 155, and it doesn't say anything about it costing a coin. But
Well, you're paying the doctor.
Yes, but it doesn't say anything about it being a whole coin. I'm okay with it being if you want to rule that it's a whole coin.
Well, I was just for because I mean, especially with like a busted eardrum, that is going to require specialized care.
Mm.
And because you're paying an expert as opposed to some back alley.
Okay, sure. I'm okay with whatever you rule. I'm just pointing out, that it's not explicitly stated in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Would I need to pay him another coin for continued work on my concussion?
No, I'll be nice about that one.
Yeah, because it really is just okay. Sit there and don't think too hard.
And maybe his and occasionally him making sure you're still alive.
Yeah. So I will roll healing. Number of dice is, you said 3?
Yeah, for him.
There we go. I clear out my clock.
Nice.
Well, actually, that's it doesn't matter that it rolls over because it would go down to a 1. Would it then clear out, or would I start next?
No, this one's going to carry over to the next.
Gotcha. That extra 1 box wouldn't do anything for that, though, would it? Because I was at 5 out of a 4 clock.
I know. It's like, let me check if that rolls over. I don't think it does.
Oh, maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
I was like, I don't think it does, but
if you have more segments to mark, they roll over. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. They do. Go ahead.
Okay, so you'll say that'll clear out concussion.
You only get 1 extra segment.
Well, it's down to a 1, which means it automatically clears out. So it's either I start next game with 1, and after next game it'll clear out, or that 1 extra is all I need for it to clear out. I'm fine either way. I'm fine starting next game.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like you start with it next
session,
but it'll clear out.
Yeah, in that case, it doesn't really matter that it rolls over on the progress clock. That is our own homebrew, because if level 1 harm didn't clear on its own, everyone would just be using all of their downtime actions for healing, and nothing would get done.
And also, I just feel like a lot of the level 1 injuries it's like you go home and because it's things like, you're bruised, you're drained, you're distracted or confused. Like that stuff's going to clear up naturally.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, so it's level 2 and up is you got to go see someone for, because that's, broken bones or concussions or broken eardrums. But okay, so you have another action?
Yes, but does Kai have anything to do? Because I'm not, I don't have enough stress to want to clear stress, so I'm going to have to think about what my extra action is.
Fair.
So, Kai, if you have anything, feel free to take over.
I honestly don't think she has much to do.
I don't know, were there any sort of long-term projects you wanted to work on? Or start on?
Didn't you say something about trank bullets or something?
I did.
That was because that would
while.
Well, yeah, but that would be useful because those I would probably allow to be quieter, not quiet, but quieter. And that means you could shoot your guns without being so concerned about killing people because your group tries not to kill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll work on that a little bit during the
downtime. That's going to be a 6-segment clock to start out with because you're figuring out how to make them. Because unfortunately, it's not like there's a scoundrel's cookbook that lists how to make all this stuff. But yeah, so you make a cluck and then I would say roll for it. You know, pick a skill to roll for it.
I guess would that be I'm guessing tinker and just do
Well, this one's for
Yeah.
figuring out how to make them, so as opposed to actually making them. So
I'm not sure what to roll then.
well, I mean,
Research stuff.
I would say that would to me that would seem more like a study roll.
I
Okay.
would argue if you're trying to create them yourself through the process of trial and error, that would be tinker.
Well,
If
this
you're trying
is
to look
no,
up
this is
a recipe, that would be study.
well, this is not the actual making them. This is figuring out sort of what
Like
might work
pre-planning?
in this.
Right, but it's still tinker knowledge.
Fair.
And if she's doing it by trial and error, she is making stuff, or at least making progress towards stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
my argument.
If you want to tinker, that's fine.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, give it a shot. Because it's bullet.
Ha.
That's
knee
funny.
slapping over here.
Funny.
Damn it, Arlene.
Ah, man.
So that's one segment on your clock.
Okay.
I mean, either one was going to be one segment. But since you have two actions, if you wanted to try again, you could do a second time because you guys don't really have any heat to take care of right now.
Nope.
Okay, sure, I'll try it again.
Oh well.
I'll try.
Roll high numbers. Roll high numbers.
I'm gonna try my best.
I know. I
Darn
believe in you.
technology.
I mean, at least you rolled consistent
This is
numbers. It's another one piece.
That's fine.
It's just
You're
a
on your way.
bad day in general for Blades of
It
Dark.
has been a rough day for you guys.
Well, at least Arlene's 6 machine was working for a little bit there.
For a little bit, it got you up to controlled.
Yeah.
And then she completely failed with her skirmish.
Yeah. Yep. I kind of expected that to happen, but
yeah, I mean, I was torn on whether I wanted you to succeed on that one or not. But okay, so Jack, you still have an action. What's Marionette gonna do?
I would kind of like to go out on my own. I don't know if this is possible by normal downtime rules, but I'm thinking like acquire an asset. If I could go and I want to see if I can make contact with either this masked guy again or any of his own affiliates, but we bungled that so much on the first time, and I don't know if we have enough leads for that at this point. But I would go about it my usual way, asking around, manipulating people, subterfuge.
Sure, I'll let you give it a shot.
So I kind of want to use that for the sort of standby asset feature. So in the future, if we need if we need assistance from such an individual, we can call upon them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll give you a shot at it. It's probably going to have limited effect, but you can go at it from. Well, it's a limited effect just because you don't have that much to go on. But from no, this is downtime, so I guess in a more controlled position.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to look over the rules for how this is done, and it's
Not real. This one's not necessarily.
no. I just mean acquire asset. It doesn't say
No,
anything about rolling. It just
I know, but fair.
uh
But this
no.
is all like temporary
It
use
does
stuff.
say it does say the result indicates, but it doesn't list what the roll is supposed to be. Oh
No.
no, roll your. It says roll your crew's tier.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Roll your crew's tier. The result indicates the quality of the asset you get.
Well, this is not exactly.
But yeah, as I think you're saying, that's not exactly what. Uh,
Yeah, because that's
yeah.
for items as opposed to people.
Well,
I
no,
mean, it's for.
under acquire asset, it is a cohort or a
Yeah,
service.
but this is a specific sort of person you're looking for.
I assume when you go looking for a cohort, you're looking for a specific person or service.
Well, yeah, but those are generic, unnamed NPCs.
Okay. This is probably too far outside the bounds of the rules to really make work.
I mean, I'm still willing to let you go look for them, but
Would this make more sense as a project?
yeah, actually, that
Yeah.
would make more sense.
Yeah, this would make more sense as a project. Yeah, I'll do this as a long-term project, actually.
Okay.
So tell me, my good GM, what is the size of this clock?
Trying to remember clocks and how. Because it's not going to be an 8 clock.
Would it be higher or lower?
It'd be lower than 8, because 8 is.
Okay. Well, your options are 4 or 6.
I know, it could be 2 or 3. I know, that's not in the game.
Well, sure. On the on the Roll20 sheet, the options are 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah. This one's also going to be 6.
Okay. It's a 6 clock. And I am going to roll sway for that, right? Is that how that works?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to go about this Marionette's way. Going
Makes
to
sense.
Various other information brokers, various bars, make my way up and down between Crow's Foot and Char Hollow. Try to remember any distinguishing features from the person. The fact that he had a slightly Scav accent. Any other sort of descriptive elements I might have been able to get from him. Perhaps even head back to or speak with the Physiker while I was there, actually, because I was already there. But over the course of a while, try to put together a slight dossier on this guy, and my intent is to prove to him that when I'm working in my element on the things I'm supposed to do, that I'm actually a competent person. It's less so much
me,
that
senpai!
it's
Notice me, senpai!
really, it's less so much that she necessarily thinks he's going to be a useful asset, and more that she felt so terribly embarrassed at how bad that whole situation went.
Which is fair.
So
Which
I'm
is
gonna
where
roll
I'm
my
again just being
sway.
like, notice me, senpai.
Basically.
I can do good.
Basically.
I can do crime good too.
I'm good though.
Well,
Technically. Well, I guess it depends on the crime. Oh no.
I even bungle that. That is 1 box. All right. I'm done. I'm done, guys. I'm done.
he is not impressed.
Well, I haven't found him. He's.
Oh, I know. I'm joking. Senpai has not noticed you.
Yep. All right. That's what I got.
Okay. Unless you want to spend a coin to do more.
No.
I wouldn't recommend it with the way you've been rolling.
No.
Okay. I think we're gonna end there, even though it's early, but
Yeah.
Really
I
have time
don't
for a
think you
second
guys have
job.
it. I don't think you guys have it for another job tonight.
No. We'd have to
But
stop.
we can't.
We'd have to stop early anyway, and that's no good in this
Anyway.
game. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna take that one actually. After I reset the dice roll log,
No.
which
Yeah, it's
which is
kinda
probably
late in
really
the
more
day for that.
superstition than anything,
Which is why I don't do it.
but it works.
Does
Whether
it?
it
doesn't
actually
work for me.
Yeah.
it doesn't work for you. It works for me.
No, it never seems to
Alright.
make my rolls better.
All right. Okay, yes, we should probably stop there. It's 6 o'clock, so we are ending an hour early. We'll probably roll this over into an after show, which is fortunate
Yeah.
because I know we were going to lose some people for the after show. So we'll probably do a quick
Yeah.
after show. I don't know if there's much to say other than, man, we screwed up.
I
But
thought
we'll
that
see
was going
about
to be
that.
so much easier for you guys.
Yeah, I have. There are definitely things to talk about. Okay, so this was a rather unceremonious episode, unfortunately. The last one was so much more exciting. Maybe it's just from the player's perspective, but I don't think this one was necessarily exciting. But I hope it was entertaining watching us fail. I can't even say fail forward. I feel like you gave us the information at the end. 1, because it was necessary to move the story forward, and 2, because you pitied us. But we did not warrant actual success on that mission. But we can discuss that more in the after show. Yeah, so Blades in the Dark, things either go really, really well all the way to the end, or eventually it fails spectacularly. And unfortunately, eventually was the first damn roll of the game today. So that's kind of what happened here. So I guess thanks for watching us fail at doing crime or something. Yeah, this just took all the wind out of my sails. I don't even have
I'm
I don't
sorry,
even have an
guys.
outro left. I'm just done.
You got to do heart
yeah.
tomatoes.
Yeah, hearts, tomatoes. When you are stuck down in the sewers and looking for something refreshing to eat.
Sewers!
They're not sewers. Canals. I always think they're sewers. When you're down in the canals looking for something refreshing to eat and you don't want to eat the glowing mushrooms or rats or something, do look out for heart tomatoes because they are surprisingly resilient and will make you feel so much better after you fall in a canal and get drowned by a husk and bitten and pulled out by a dog and concussed. They'll make you feel better.
And your eardrum burst.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
I can't even find the end screen. Goodbye, everybody.